Good evening, New York Jets fans. Good to see you. I am ridiculously happy today, and I'm going to tell you why. But tonight, the Midnight Mike Show, we're having a great time because I want this good time that I've had all day today to continue. I want it to continue, folks. Tonight, we got Midnight Mike Show trivia. We got the intermission report with Mike and Maddie's top five. We got your calls in the final hour. So much tonight. And let's hit that Jets chant just to make this official. Jets, Jets, Jets. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, I'm going to talk about what this episode is entitled. You know, the title of this episode is obviously Draft Cap Disaster. And if anybody's seen it, don't worry, you'll see it on this show. But then I am actually going to go a little bit more in depth on the draft cap. Okay. Not just this year, but I got a few examples of different things that I want to go over. But before we get to any of that, I need you guys to hit the like button because I want more and more people to know we are live. Saturday night shows are the most important because these are the ones that stick around. These are the ones that don't go to members only after they go off the air. So I'd like everybody to please hit that like button down below. Do it right now, because then the numbers usually double or triple the more of you hit that like button. You guys have the power, especially since I'm on like a shadow ban here on this platform for another, probably 80 days, something like that. It is what it is. I screwed up. I fucked up. And it is what it is. Regardless, let me tell you all why I'm so happy before I bring in my co-host, Maddie. First and foremost, I haven't been to Hibachi in I mean it's been years. And me and my wife decided the girls went to their to the in-laws tonight, and we decided to go on a date night, and we went to a hibachi place. And I'm telling you right now, there is like almost nothing better. And I'm the kind of guy, I don't do combos. I don't do the chicken and shrimp or the shrimp and steak. I want steak, period. You always get a little appetizer of shrimp at the beginning. So that'll, that can, get you that little shrimp, whatever. It's delicious. But I always get the full steak. And when that guy pulled that thing out and I looked, oh my God, I was already so full from the rice and the noodles and the shrimp and all that other stuff. And then I put down the steak. I mean, I could not be in a better mood right now. That's just the start of it. Because as you can see, I am celebrating the start of the baseball season. The New York Yankees 2-0, and today, I mean, we had a fun game on opening day against the Brewers, but today the Yankees put up 20 runs on the Brewers. Not only that, but 9 home runs in the entire game. The first 3 at bats, home runs, and Aaron Judge, 3 home runs in the game, including a grand slam. What a beautiful game, a beautiful day to be a Yankee fan. And what a nice little start to the season, because I know that throughout this season that I'm going to get very frustrated with the Yankees, and you got to take them when you get them. And, before all of our injuries, I was like, oh, Yankees are going to be the AL team in the World Series. Do I think they'll win the World Series? Probably not. They could. But now with all the injuries, I went into this season just being like, oh, God damn it. Like, what are we going to expect here? Is this just going to be a complete frustrating year? And it still might be. But when good things happen, you got to be excited. It's the same with the New York Jets, right? And then I just got done watching the New Jersey Devils get another 2 points and beat the Minnesota Wild 5-2 and move. We're 10 points ahead of the Rangers and the Columbus Blue Jackets for the playoffs. So chances are the Devils will be making the playoffs. I'm super happy between the Hibachi, the Yankees, the Devils. Today has been my day. So let's bring in my co-host who is wearing the enemy colors, the brother from another mother, the Beavis to my butthead. Here he is. Maddie, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. What's going on?
I'm doing great, Maddie. I'm doing great tonight.
Good for you. So early in the season, and you're just...
I know, but my point, you guys are the ones also making fun of me in the first half of the NHL season, being so happy about the Devils, and here they are about to make the playoffs. So, but once again, even if they didn't, with your teams, the Rangers, the Mets, the Jets,
I still
when something good happens,
it puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, you got to be happy about it. You got to.
Your boys fucking poured them on today. I saw that score, and at first I thought I was looking at something like a misprint or something.
Yeah, I looked at my wife. Yeah, I looked at my wife. I said, "This is a football score."
Yeah, it was something else. Hell of a game for the Yankees today.
Hell yeah, and I'm super thrilled. Maddie, I saw you tweeted about this, and if anybody does not follow Maddie, please follow Maddie at Maddie Jets on Twitter. You actually posted about the new draft caps, and I want to talk about those tonight. And I have a few more examples of other draft caps because, and once again, it's not the Jets. This is a league-wide thing.
Yeah, it's a league-wide thing. They pick a design and everybody gets it.
Correct. And from my memory, before I did a little research, I can't remember the last time, aside from last year, that there was a draft cap that I was like, oh, I need to get that hat.
Well, and the thing is, I used to buy the Jets draft cap. I probably bought every Jets draft cap from when they started to 2017. I'd buy every draft hat, every sideline cap. I mean, I got a whole big-ass Tupperware thing in my storage unit full of some hideous-ass draft caps.
Well, you might see a few tonight when we actually get to talk about it, because I want to talk about it with you. Cool. I want to talk about it with Murdoch. I want to talk about it with the chat. And speaking of the chat, guys, please hit that thumbs up on your way in. I will keep reminding you because I need those thumbs up to help fight against the shadow ban we're dealing with right now. But Maddie, did you see what happened in the chat before we got in?
Yeah, I scrolled through there.
Apparently Michael Landau, who is one of our, he's here every week, all the time. And he's acting. And look, Michael, if you're still watching, I will say this. There's no way that you didn't know coming into my show, whenever you came in to start watching the Midnight Mike show, that we allow fans and we welcome fans from other teams because we want to talk shit on them and we want them to talk shit on us. It's part of the channel. It actually what makes us different than all these cookie cutter Jet shows that are out there. And it got so intense. It got heated between him, DJ, one of our resident Bills fans, and DB, who's one of our Broncos fans, that he actually canceled his subscription and is leaving the channel from what I'm seeing. I don't know if he's going to stick with that, but it's like, Michael, like, come on, dude. It's like, we'd love to have you. You know, me and Maddie, we're on your side. We're Jets fans. But you can't get, this whole channel is about not getting butthurt about what people say. Think about how many Jets channels are out there who kick you off or ban you or, give you the 5-minute or 24-hour, what do they call it?
Timeout.
Yeah, like a timeout. Like, think about like that. To me, that's exactly what I don't want my show to be.
As someone who receives timeouts quite frequently, I'm very familiar.
Yeah, it's such a pussy move, and that's just not ever what I wanted my channel to do. And once again, he wrote something like this: I don't have much time in my life, but I thought I had found the right Jets group, but of course, asswipes always have to ruin everything. How is people coming in and typing words when you're watching me, Maddie, and Murdoch? Why not just turn off the chat or just to talk to the people in the chat that you like? I don't get it, Maddie. I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. If it's stressing you out, I get it. So, I mean, again, Mike, you're one of my favorites. I always liked you. But, I just can't I don't take any sports that seriously. So, Jesus Christ, Mike.
Yeah, he wrote, Mike, I'm sorry.
No, that's not. Look at the chat. Jeez, man. Thank you, dude. That was way too kind.
Hold on. Now I got it. Now I'm all off.
Well, yeah, you're
Holy
$50 super
shit.
chat from Mike. So thank you, dude.
Holy
I hope
shit.
that's not a parting gift, but if if you need to take a break, you gotta take a break. No matter what anything is, if it's freaking you out or stressing you out, take your time, get it.
Well, but not only that, know that we're on your side. Like we're
Yeah,
Jets
we're
fans.
Jets fans too.
This isn't a hockey podcast where I'm wearing my Devils, he's wearing his Rangers, and you may be one or the other, and you hate one of the hosts. This isn't a Yankees Mets show where you may hate one of those teams, and that makes you hate one of the hosts. All the hosts on this show, myself, Maddie, and Murdog, we're all on your team. We're all Jets. So I hope you stick around. But you are not only that, you are getting the Jets chant, of course. Jets. And like I said, I sure hope that this is not a parting goodbye, guys, whatever, because we love you because you're here all the time. You support the show. And I'm not even just talking about like a $50 super chat, which is fucking incredible. And it's a great way to start off this night. It's the last Saturday of the month. So I'm always looking to try to, hey, guys, let's get some gifted channel memberships in here. Let's get some super chats. And you knocked it out of the park immediately. So we 100% appreciate that. And of course, because you put in a huge super chat, I should get another something for a super chat that big. But what I got right now is Michael Landau, you're getting the catch. Once again, Michael, seriously, just stick around. You don't even have to chat. Just stick around. We enjoy having you here. What does it matter if DJ or DB or T Dobbs or any of these guys from other teams? What is it? If they talk shit, they talk shit. Like, let them talk shit. Let them talk shit, especially Bills fans, because it's sour grapes. It's sour grapes. They wish for anything to have a Super Bowl trophy, a Super Bowl ring. Speaking of which, we do have the Super Bowl ring in the emojis in the comments section for all of you channel members. But check this out. We now have replaced the Aaron Rodgers emoji with a Murdog emoji. So now you can, show your support for Murdog when he comes in or out of the stream. Real quick before we get to this draft hat topic, let me go through here and just see who we got in here because I had to scroll down and everything. Sean's in here. Hell yeah. Let's go Devils. Miguel in here. Devils beat the Wild. Hell yeah. And we still got in the final 9 games it is in the season or whatever, we still got to play the Rangers and the Islanders, so that'll be fun and hopefully a win. DB says Maddie's wearing the right colors tonight, and of course he's talking about Bronco colors. He can't accept that Maddie does not like the Broncos.
But I love DB. It's like Randall. You hate people, but I love gatherings. Isn't it ironic?
Miguel's one of our biggest buddies here. Yankees put up 20 today. Jets failed to go over 20 points. That's true. That's so true. How many times could the Jets not score 20 points over the last couple seasons and the Yankees put up 20? Oh, so funny. Let's see here. Oh, I always forget that. I've been getting real bad with starting games behind me and shit. When not that it matters, but Matthias in here. Good to see you. Kim in here. Jack Talks Jets in here. What's up, guys? Good to see you, Jack. Let's see here. Kim says, Michael, we need you here to fight them. Yeah.
Hey, Dane. Zane. Dano. Spit all the fucking crud out of my mouth and talk. Sorry, buddy.
Greg comes in and says, Gingerbread Boys channel is the worst of timeouts. I don't know what that means.
I don't know who they are. Is that?
I don't know. Oh, Michael, come on, man. I love you guys, but I'm done with the Bills. Well, how much on this show do we talk about the Bills unless we're putting Bills fans in their place? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely, this is a Jet
none
show.
of us have turned to the dark side.
Oh, it is. It's his final super chat. Good night, my brother. Enjoy, Bills fans. I hope they donate. And it says I'd be a hypocrite. Why would you? What do you mean you'd be a hypocrite? Like, I'm not
Oh,
understanding.
Gingerbread Boy is Jake. That's funny. That's a good
Oh.
nickname for him.
DB, yes, tonight I will match up to 10 memberships. So if we can get 5 gifted channel memberships, I will match that. If we can get 10, I will match that. I will match up to 10 tonight. I'm looking to up the memberships by 20, because also another thing is for members only. I sat down and I watched a condensed game, and I cut it down to about 20 minutes. There is a game that it's me watching the Bills. The Dolphins with Dan Marino versus Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots from opening day 1994. And you can watch that if you are a member of this channel. You can watch that now on the Midnight Mike Show. Guys, you're doing great. I think hitting those thumbs up, because the numbers are going up, and I am loving seeing that. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yes, DB, please, anyone who can give some channel memberships tonight, I will match it. Our boy Dano in the house, Mike and Maddie. I guess the strong arm, that couldn't be me or Maddie. That's got to be Murdog. Murdog's got the guns. Not me. Highway to the danger zone. Does Dano use that on his show? I watched his show last week, and I don't know. He should open.
Is there a copyright issue with that?
You get like a karaoke version or something, like right. try to get around it. So pissed because my Jets fan friend got so fed up. Now he's a Bills fan. No, that person was never a Jets fan.
Then that person's a coward.
Oh, there we go. We got some gifted channel memberships in the house, and we're hitting that Jets chant. Jets. DB, not only a channel member, a channel moderator. So watch your language in the chat. Once again, that's not on my choice. That's YouTube. But watch your language. Don't be dropping N-bombs. I know all you racists out there. There's DB and Dano and Clancy. Oh, no, Clancy's just a channel member. I saw his name highlighted. But yeah, watch out for them. That's my police. All right, let's do it. Let's get into this conversation about draft hats. And let's bring in our co-host, the Murdog.
I would actually really like it if somebody made a chart of every year's draft hat. I've been looking for one forever to just see it. And
well, I got a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch individually, but I'd love it if there was just a new era just put up a poster with from 97 on.
Oh, Dano says I have Kenny Loggins at the end of every intro I do since I'm not monetized yet. Yeah, oh, there you go. There you go. That's how you get around it. Yankees, all right, guys.
Yankees had 3 homers in the first 3 pitches.
Oh yeah, and Judge did 3 by himself, which included a grand slam. 9 home runs total, 20 runs.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Oh, the numbers just switched.
Innies.
The numbers just switched on this channel.
Innies.
All right. So guys, let's talk about this. I want people's opinions. I've got the last 5 or 6 years in draft caps, because I remembered the one I always wear on this show is the best draft cap that they have come out with in a long time. Just the standard Jets logo on the side. It had the New York and New Jersey states, and it says JETS Jets. Literally phenomenal hat. So then this year they decided to come at us. And if you haven't seen it yet, here we go. And there's 2 colors. We'll start with the darker. They came at us with this. Now, I don't know who designed this. I don't know what they were thinking. I would have, as a matter of fact, the Leafs on the brim of the hat is the worst. That's the worst.
That's the deal breaker.
Well, but for me, leave out the word Jets and New York and just leave the swoosh. Just leave the fin.
Not to mention, we need a pin.
Yeah, every team has a pin this year.
It's because they want to charge you that extra $12. So a fucking hat is $65 or whatever. I'm sure they're not that much, but it's unbelievable. I just looked. Snapbacks are $40 at lids and shit the other day.
Yeah, but the draft caps are fitted, right?
Yeah.
Mine.
That's what I mean. Even a snapback is 40. A draft cap is a fitted hat is $50 minimum. That's
correct.
insane.
Correct. And then they also do they release them in snapbacks too?
I think they do. But for example, the flex fits and if they do the snapbacks won't come with the pin.
Oh, okay. You have to get the fitted to get the pin.
So everybody was bitching about that too, and I'm like, why do you want this fucking thing? Period.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And the worst part is like, look, because the Leafs or whatever you want to call them. First and foremost, who am I? The skipper?
Yeah,
Am I going to get Gilligan with this
am I
hat?
captaining the fucking Love Boat?
Yeah, like am I going to go meet up with Tennille?
Yeah,
like, let's be real here for a second.
It's bad, dude. It's bad.
But it's even worse in the white because look, you see how the Leafs are the same color as
you can
as
pretend they're not there on that.
Exactly. But look at the white version.
Cheeks.
Like,
Pure
who's gonna wear that? What football play or what football fan wants to put like boat captain Leafs like on their hat?
Promise you, people will wear those when they drop in price to like $20. That's
yeah. I mean, people will buy them when they're. Of course, anybody will buy them.
They'll go on like sale. When you see a sale cap, you're like, oh, sweet, and then you have a big bulbous head like myself, and it's they never have like a 7.5. It's always like, here's your 6 7/8 and your fucking 8.5s. They'll have plenty of these. Like, plenty of these will be in stock. And real quick aside on hats, by the way. So, I know you guys have to mention this. My mom is a huge St. Patrick's Day fan, and I was like, I got to see if I can get one of those Mets St. Patrick's Day hats that they wore for the one preseason game.
Yeah.
They had one left total, and it was in my size when I went on the website.
Oh, yeah?
Super sky point to mom on that one. That was some kismet right there. So, but yeah, that's why I was doing like a deep dive into just hats in general. I was looking at all these different hats, and I was like, these are bad, and the price is wrong, Bob.
And once again, Valerie obviously is not talking about the hat you bought.
She's
talking about these new Jets draft caps that are just the most.
They got leaked like a month and a half ago, and I commented on them then, but I think the photo got taken down.
Murdog, your fucking volume. We're getting
volume off.
On what?
Every week.
What's on? There's nothing on.
You have the YouTube window open, don't you?
Well, no, you have whatever you're listening to, we can hear it.
Yeah, we're hearing
anything.
No, you're listening to us talk.
No, I am not.
How are you hearing us right now?
On StreamYard? What are you talking about?
Correct. So we can hear what your audio because you don't have headphones. Me and Maddie both have headphones. Did you not understand how this works?
This is no.
Are you from the past?
DB, you are the producer of this damn show. Like, come on.
I'm not good with technology. You guys know this.
Plugging in a set of headphones is not hard. Even in 1950 when they were doing it.
No, but listen, we tried out like 3 or 4 microphones, and the one I have now is the one that DB said.
The microphone's not the problem. You sound fine.
But
what headphones do is they keep us from hearing our like delayed speak by a second or two on your stream or on from your speakers.
What's strange is it's only sporadic when it happens on his thing.
See, I hear you guys from a speaker right here, and it's sitting in my cup holder. Is it maybe because it's too close to the microphone?
I don't know, maybe.
I have no idea.
Let's try this.
But I mean, like I've said several times, headphones solve this issue.
Okay, listen, write your congressman.
No, he's your producer. He's got to figure this out.
Scott says people gotta get on his game.
He says people wear ugly ass hats, so they will wear those.
I'm sure that somebody will. If there's somebody out there's a hat for everyone. Someone will wear it.
Oh, there you go. Apparently Clancy likes the white one. I don't understand why.
That's racist.
Stop being racist, Clancy.
Clancy, stop being a white supremacist.
Welcome to Jets Faithful and fellow outsiders. Drop a like if you haven't. Absolutely. Bill's hats are the best to wipe your ass with. Love it. And that's how you deal with guys like DJ. You know, Michael, I know you're probably out, but it is what it is. But I appreciate everything you've done, and I sure hope you can find a way to come back. All right, guys. Now, what I was thinking when these ugly ass new draft caps came out is I thought back and I was like, aside from last year's draft caps, I can't really remember one that I really liked. So let's look at the one. This is the one that I wear pretty much every show. This was last year's draft cap. That is on point. You got the Jets logo. It's got the shadow it has a black shadow, which you could barely see, and a green shadow behind it. And then you got that. And then you also got the green version of that hat. And once again, I think that's the best draft hat that we have had in a long time. That's just my opinion. Now we'll move. Murdog's gone. Thank you, Murdog. Okay, so now let's go to 2023, Maddie. Okay, you can tell me which ones you have and which ones you don't have, but these also came in green and they came in white. We'll start with the green. And once again, I not only do I not really like the style of these, but I also don't like because they're that 5-year logo.
Yeah,
that
the logo, the new Coke. Yeah, I didn't buy one of these. These are hideous.
Yeah. And like, once again, it's like they didn't know what they were doing, because you'll see New York is cut out because they're only showing you it where it's
on the letters.
Yeah, on the letters, but Jets is not, because that's probably that like raised embroidery.
Booty cheeks again.
And then they got the white version.
Just as bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
These were so forgettable. I didn't even. I mean, they don't even look familiar. I mean, I'm sure I looked at them more.
Well,
like
dude, it was 2023. It wasn't that long ago.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm gonna remember a lot of these, and this one, I'm like, I don't even remember this hat.
Well, I think you might remember these next ones a little bit more than those, because I do remember the 2023 Jets draft hats. Actually, from this point on, I don't have both colors. I don't know if they didn't release them.
They didn't always do two colors. That was a newer thing.
Okay, because that's what I think over the next couple seasons that I have here. These ones I could only find one color. So this was the 2022 draft hat. Once again, I don't like it.
Yeah, not a fan of that one. Also, what happened was they had an official draft hat. Like, for example, the one that you have that you like, that I have as well that you like. They released that in green as well, but no one wore that at the podium.
Correct. So and when I realized how much I was going to be wearing this one, I actually went online to try to buy this one, because I was like, F it. Like, yeah, but then everything was sold out. Everything was fucking sold out. But yeah, so this is the 2022 draft cap. Here's what I want to do real quick, because we're getting towards the end. Out of 10, what are you giving this one?
1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1 also.
I hate it with everything I am.
They're all shit.
And I'd give this one a 0.
I'd give it another 1, because I don't think you can give anything a 0, but that's just, again, terrible.
You can give something a 0. This is a 1 because you can kind of hide the leaf. This is a 0 because you can't.
Then they both get 0s out of me.
Then we got the last year's. I'm going to give these a 9 or 10. This one's a 9, or I'm sorry, this one's a 10 for me. This one's a 9.
I'd give them both an 8.
And Murdog, what do you think?
Yeah, the last two are good. The black one, black with the white Jets and the green outline's good. And then the green, this last one is probably in second.
All right, now we'll move to the other ones that do have the doubles. These weird ones. Maddie, what are you giving this one?
I got 3. Very low effort.
Yeah, I would probably give it a 2. And same with this. They both get a 2 for me. Murdog, what are you thinking?
That's like Rich Kotite era trash. I don't know. I don't like it.
I mean, to be fair, in the Rich Kotite era, that might have been, or maybe it was right before Kotite came in when we had Carroll, or before that. I don't know. But you remember the one that had the Jets logo like on my hat, but it had like the shark fins?
Yeah, those weren't draft caps though, or anything.
No, but I loved those hats.
I think I have one of those.
I had one. I have pictures of me wearing it, but I definitely don't have it anymore. And then I got the one they came out with like a year or 2 later, where it was the paint splatter.
Yeah, I have the paint splatter one. That's the one I have. Sasha has it. She stole it from me.
All right, so now we got the 2022 draft cap. We've already looked at this one. Just literally Jets in the background, New York script. There's no logo, nothing. I'm going to give this one a 2.
I'll give it a 5. It's, it's not creative or anything else, but it's not gaudy and like retardedly like annoying. It just says what it has to say. It's not great, but it's not the worst I've seen by a long shot.
What are you thinking, Murdog?
It's just extra nonsense. I'm not a fan. Just have the team's logo. Stop getting too cute.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the problem is they have to come up with a new logo every year, and no one's going to buy them.
Well, that's the thing. You could do logos. You could do the logos with an outline. You could do logos with a shadow.
Yeah, but and
then you could change what's on the side.
Yeah, but they're. Trust me.
That's a good point, though, Maddie. That's a good point.
I'm not going to get like the Converse version of the hats that you and I have next year in it's white with black. I'm like, okay, you're not. It's my same problem I have with black uniforms for alternate uniforms. Zero creativity. I'll save my money. So I see what they're trying to do. They just fail at it more than they succeed.
When I used to play Madden, I made the best uniforms. I altered the Jets uniforms. They were so good.
Now, before we I have three more. We have not looked at them yet, folks, and we are going to judge them. But before we do, after this, in a few minutes, it's 9:30. Yeah, and I'd say in like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, we're going to be going to Midnight Mike Show trivia. And I want to let you guys know the categories so you guys can get excited about this. I had a suggestion from somebody who was like, I forget who it was. It could have been Val. It could have been someone was like, I do great on 70s. So we have a 70s category tonight. We have the back to the 70s category, and that can include anything in it from the 70s, TV, movies, music, sports, anything. Then an oldie but a goodie, Jets. We have a Jets category back tonight. And then our third and final category, and I tried to make this as simple as possible, but it has to show up eventually because I'm a huge fan of horror movies. But I know that Murdog is not as much. He's going to learn as he hangs out more with me. But our final category is a horror category, and I tried to make them pretty simple for everybody. And it's called the horror business category. Horror business, also a Misfits song. So here we go, the final three draft caps, and we are going to get to that trivia momentarily. Here we go with 2021. Now this one I hate only because they only released it seems, through my research, with the net back. I don't wear the trucker hats.
I actually love trucker hats, but I still think this one's awful.
I think this one's better than anyone we've seen except for the 24 hats.
I like trucker hats, but you can't wear them backwards.
They have them fitted now, so you can if you really want.
Oh,
to.
Really? I've never seen that.
I got like the Mets Spring Training 23 cap is a trucker cap that's fitted all the way around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Go ahead, Murdoch.
I will say that hat right there looks the most draft type hat.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like a draft logo.
Yes, like the shape that the New York is in.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like for me, if this didn't have the trucker net background hat, back of the hat, I could wear this hat. And I if I'd give it a 1 or 0 to 10, I'd give it like a 5. I think I'd give it a 5. So that'd be the highest rated one I've ranked, except for the 2024 draft hats. Maddie, what do you think?
I'd give it a 4. I could rock it if it was on sale.
And Murdoch?
What? How much would I pay?
No, out of 0 to 10, 10 being the best, what would you give this hat?
I'd give it higher grades for being a draft hat. Outside of it being a draft hat, it would be a low ranking, but for a draft hat, I'd give it an 8.
All right, fair enough.
Okay,
we have 2 left, and one I really like, and the other I really don't like, and you'll know why I don't like it when I bring it up. But let's go to the 2020 hat. I actually like this one, and I'm shocked that I didn't get it at the time because once again, I like the simplicity of like the 2024 draft hat, just a logo. Then you got a cool thing on the side. You're all set. Here was the 2020 hat. I like this one. And this one says JETS, Jets on the side. It kind of looks like a neon sign.
Yes.
It's simple. And I'd give this one a 7.
I'd give it a 6.
Oh, that's your highest aside from the 2024.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's okay enough. I mean, I don't love it, but it's not annoying. You know what I mean? Although I'm not hot on the neon sign look.
Murdoch, what do you think? 0 out of 10.
I kind of like this one. The first thing I thought was neon sign.
Yeah.
So the fact that they could pull off that optical illusion, I give them credit for. I like that. I'll give that a solid 8. It's subtle, but cool.
And then finally, this is the last hat that I've done research on to get. We're going to go to the 2019 hat, and you're going to see right away why this is one of the worst because what they do this year, let's look at 2019 and see if they just copied. What the hell?
Yep, they did that.
Why? What is with them and these like sailor captain hats?
There is one hat in the whole universe that should have those stupid wings on it, and it's the 1969 Seattle Pilots. That's it.
Ah, there you go. Or I could also picture if it was a boat related team, like maybe like the Mariners, like the Mariners.
Gaudy and dumb. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate this too, and I'd rank this. The Leafs immediately bring it down to like the other one. I gave a 1 and a 0. I'd give this one a 1.
Yeah, it gets a 2 for me.
What's those articles of clothing that like the Greeks used to wear?
Togas.
The togas.
Is that a toga? Yeah, if the draft prospects were coming out in togas, then I could see that hat being cool.
Yeah,
They're not.
it's just
Yeah,
not.
like I know
It's just a
Maddie.
big
I know
no.
Maddie doesn't know wrestling, but at WrestleMania 9, Maddie, they held it at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, and the whole theme of the WrestleMania was like Greek, like togas and the leaves in the hair of the girls and like things like that. So if they had the draft in at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas and they had like a kind of a Greek toga theme, fine. Then you can have one of these hats with the fucking Leafs on it. But other than that, I've seen no excuse to have hats like that.
No, it's just a bad idea all around.
It felt like a 1969 color scheme. Had that feel to it. The Leafs ruin it.
I remember the first draft hat was they just 2 little lines and the logo right up top. And that was, I think, released in 97. And I remember driving 4 hours each way to pick one up because it was the only store in Colorado that had one.
Scott Foster says, does it come with a pair of deck shoes?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Johnny boy? I see you in there. IMCL. Hey man, good to see you. I don't know if I think I've seen you in here before, but it's great to see you in here. I hope you're enjoying the show. Everybody hit that like button like DB posted before. Michael Landau, I still see you in here. Thank you very much. Please come back. Don't even worry about other people. Remember, folks, for every gifted channel membership up to 10, I will match it. We already have 5 more, and I will gift 10 channel memberships during this show, and we'll have added 20 new channel members who can then go and watch my recap, my reaction to the Bills. Not the Bills, the Dolphins versus the Patriots in 1994 on opening day. And I actually had a great time watching that. Like, I definitely want to do it again, but it's clearly because of YouTube going to have to be a thing that only goes out to channel members. Teflon Don comes in with what he says every single week. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Metz is in here. Miguel Padilla is still in here. Johnny Boy, Sean, guys, thank you so much. It is awesome that you guys are in here, but it is now time to get to the trivia. I told you guys the categories, and I will remind everybody of that. But before we do, we just got the other 5 gifted channel memberships. Miguel Padilla comes in. He's a channel member, but he wants you guys to be channel members too. And he gives 5 Midnight Mike Show channel memberships. And I will do that at some point after we do the trivia. I will gift 10 channel memberships to bring us to 20 for the night. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate that. Oh, and Scott coming through. He gets a Jets chant. Jets. Made me laugh. Scott sends in 199, says, I am more picky about hats than I am about women. I could probably say the same thing. Like, I am very, very picky with hats.
You want me to tell you who got the memberships?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, first one, the legend, Bobby Midnite.
Awesome.
Nick
awesome.
Shine.
Oh, hold on. We got to give him his shout out. Here's Bobby himself.
Be gone with him.
Who else?
Nick Shine's Missing Toe.
Awesome. Good thing.
Missing Toe. Genergy.
Oh, nice.
You know who?
Maybe I've never had a problem with Genergy. I always thought she was fun.
There was a time, her and Clancy. She was like, "Yo, Clancy, what you doing?"
Oh, she was like into Clancy.
Oh, her and Clancy were vibing.
Oh, Clancy.
He's in the chat. He knows what I'm talking about. Fourth one, Asenku 11K. And Boogie Down. Okay, and Boogie Down Dave.
Nice. No, Asenku's in here often. Bam Bam's in here. How you doing, Bam Bam? We crushed the Broncos for our first title. Am I assuming what Bills fan or NFC fan? Because I know that
be a Seahawks fan.
Well, we will see. DJ, how do you get a membership? No, we do not ignore Bills fans. What you have to do if you do not have a channel membership and you would like one gifted to you when someone gifts a channel membership, you go down into where that next to the chat, there's that little dollar symbol, and then you go to gifted channel memberships, and then there's some sort of box that says allow gifted memberships. So if you click yourself onto allow gifted channel memberships, then when they're handed out, you're in line to get one. Oh, Bam Bam is a Giants fan. Well, you're in good company. Mets in the chat there. He's a Giants fan. He also likes the Jets. And I also, if God forbid the Jets just blew up and were gone tomorrow, I'd be a Giants fan because half my family are Giants fans. So I had that rivalry in like middle school where I was like, fuck the Giants, fuck these guys. But then they went to the Super Bowl, and the 2 Super Bowls. I mean, obviously, I watched them play. I loved them playing the Bills. Like that was one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen. But the 2 when I was like in high school, when they played the Patriots in 2 Super Bowls, how am I going to root against the Giants? You got to root for the Giants and fuck the Patriots. So my Android does not have that box. That's weird because mine does. That's weird. And this is what you do, folks. If you get gifted a channel membership, it is always best to thank the person who sent you those gifts. So that is awesome. Nick Shine's missing toe. That is awesome. All right, we got to get to this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. It's Saturday night. It's the off season. So what does that mean? That means it's time for Midnight Mike Show Trivia here on the Midnight Jury. I am your host, Midnight Mike, your late night New York Jets host. And tonight on Midnight Mike Show Trivia, once again, we have the champion Murdog going up against Maddie. And we have 3 categories for all of you. Horror business. Now, of course, all the questions in this relate to horror, the horror movies, the horror industry. Then we have back to the 70s, and all of these, of course, could be in any category, but they will be in the 70s. And then finally, we brought back the oldie but the goodie for all of you Jets fans out there. We have our category, Jets. All the questions in this category will have to do with the New York Jets. So, before we get started, Johnny Boy comes in, and Johnny Boy gets the Jets chant with 199. Jets. Make sure everybody's hitting that like button. Hit that like button. We do these shows for you guys, and, you know, I love super chats. I love all that stuff, channel memberships. But free, way to help out the show, way to beat YouTube's algorithm that's fighting against us for the next 80 days. Hit the like button. Seriously. Let's go Mets. That's for you, Maddie. Mike's hoodie is ugly. I know you're a Rangers fan. Go Rangers. Go Rangers. Especially go Rangers directly to the golf course, because that's where you'll be in about 9 to 10 games. And another big one coming in. Kim, channel member, channel moderator with $20 on the night. Thank you, Kim. She comes in and says, Mike, I'm watching your show surrounded by a bunch of Giants fans around me, and every time you hit the Jets chant, they follow it with suck. F you, Big Blue. Well, I hope they just heard that, like, I really have nothing against the New York Giants. Unless they're playing the Jets, I have nothing against the New York Giants. And I cheered for them every Super Bowl that the Giants were ever in. I was rooting for the New York Giants. So it is what it is. So, Kim, thank you so much. And because that was such a generous super chat, you're gonna get the Garrett Wilson catch. Here it is. All right, let's keep all of these comments coming, all of these hitting the like buttons coming. And thank you, Kim. She should do good on the horror category. I know she's my horror gal. So, chat section, place your bets. Who wins trivia tonight, Murdog or Maddie? Murdog, where's your crown?
Oh, it's right here.
What the hell happened? This is the time to wear it.
Oh, when I win. Oh, I have to wear it.
You're the current champion.
Okay.
We're gonna get Maddie a crown eventually.
I could get Maddie one.
I actually expected. Maddie said something about, oh, I should stop by Burger King and get a Burger King crown. I think you should.
I haven't had time.
Yeah, man. Next time you go, be like, hey, I do a YouTube show. Can I get one of them crowns? I have kids.
I really don't think they'll give a shit. They'll just be like, here's your crown. Go away.
Here's your fucking crown. Get out of the drive.
Yeah, do it. Do you want the fucking crown here?
All right. So we're into it. Maddie is challenging for that crown tonight. So Maddie has control of the board. Jets, horror business, or back to the 70s, Maddie.
Yeah, let's do Jets.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Everyone in the comments, remember, when Murdoch or Maddie have their answer locked in, they'll hold up a piece of paper. When you see both of them hold up the piece of paper, that's when you can put your answers in the comments section. Okay? Other than that, please hold off because we don't want to give it away to our contestants. Our first question in the category Jets is Price is Right rules closest to the correct answer without going over. Here we go. Mark Gastineau and Joe Klecko combined for this many Pro Bowls while playing with the New York Jets. Murdoch, keep that down. They'll think you're locked in. Maddie's locked in. Once again, for everybody at home, Mark Gastineau and Joe Klecko combined for this many Pro Bowls while playing for the New York Jets. Everybody is locked in. We bring down they didn't need the full Jeopardy time, which is great. Here we go. Let's start with Murdoch. Murdoch, what do you got? 10. Maddie, what do you got?
6.
And the closest without going over is Maddie. Murdoch went over by 1. The correct answer is 9. I believe Gastineau with 5, Klecko with 4. But Klecko's were at 3 different positions. So that's very impressive.
We all know Klecko was a stud.
Let's see. Oh, shit. Hold on. I almost didn't have that up. All right. So Maddie gets that point. And I'll looking in the chat. You either went over or Maddie beat you. Oh, no, there was a few 6s.
2 6s. Yeah,
Greg with a 6, Mets with a 6. Let's keep going. Maddie, you still have control of the board.
Let's stay here.
Staying with Jets. Here we go. Pat Leahy leads the Jets in scoring with 1,470 points. Who's in second? Pat Leahy leads the Jets in scoring with 1,470 points. Who is in second?
This is an absolute guess.
Maddie is locked in. Murdoch, you can't hold it up if you're not locked in. Otherwise, I think Murdoch's trying to cheat the chat.
No, because I know this answer.
Boom, boom. Pens down.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Give me a second.
No, you've had a bunch of seconds.
Yeah,
that's the point.
But yeah, that's the point of the song. Dumb Dumb is pens down.
All right, default to me. This is nonsense. How much longer are we going to wait?
Oh, come on. Give me a break.
Murdoch, what do you got?
Trivia. Barkham, tight end.
Maddie.
I'm sure I'm wrong, too. I guess John Hall again.
Now, Maddie was on the right track there.
I had to be a kicker.
John Hall is number 4. The correct answer, of course, it goes number 1, Pat Leahy. Number 2, Nick Folk with 729 points. Number 3, Jim Turner, our field goal kicker from the Super Bowl era. Number 4, John Hall. And then do you know who number 5 is the first one that's not a field goal kicker? Do you know who it is? This is an extra points. Who'd you say, Maddie?
Oh, it's extra point. It's
not extra points.
Maynard?
It's not a kicker. Maynard. Yep. Maynard is number 5. Are you sticking with this category, Maddie? You have
let's run it out.
Oh, no, you don't. You have a 1 point. Still 1 point.
Typically the worst fucking I do in this. So, yeah, let's stay here.
All right, here we go. The Jets category. Question number 3. Who is the highest? Damn it. I just gave this away. So we just lost a question. Oh, no, Maddie, you got it. So you'll get the point.
Oh, was that the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll take it, I guess.
Murdoch, sorry, you just lost. Okay, you know what? I can't even give it to you because Murdoch couldn't officially answer the question. I just realized. So
Well, we
we'll
both
just.
had a chance to answer it, but I
You
don't
did-
care. Keep the
Yeah, but
point.
he didn't even give a chance. Like, I
All
didn't
right,
even
yeah,
give a
keep the
chance.
point. I don't care.
All right. Okay, we'll move to
Still
question.
wrong.
We'll move to question number 4. Who are the top 3 winningest coaches in New York Jets history? Once again, for everybody in the chat, who are the top 3 winningest coaches? This isn't winning percentage, by the way, just most wins in New York Jets history. Adirondack Fly Guy joins us. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. There he is. No,
This is a
DJ,
total guess.
Murdog is not being screwed. I took away that point. It is still 1-0 Maddie. But here we go. Pens down, and we will go to Murdog. Give me the top 3 winningest coaches in Jets history.
Wade Eubank, Rex Ryan, and Joe Walton.
Murdog with the point. Maddie, what do you got?
I did not have that. I had Weeb, Parcells, and Ryan.
Okay, well, yeah, two out of 3 ain't so bad.
Yeah.
So now we got a 1-1 game with 1 question left in this category. Maddie, are we ending out the Jets category?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, and in the chat, Mets got it. I think Mets is on Google. I'll be honest.
I have no doubt Mets is on Google.
Valerie says Weeb, Ryan, Parcells. She gave the same answer Maddie did.
Isn't he a
Greg,
Giants fan?
Weeb, Parcells,
Yeah,
Herm.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Giants fan.
I couldn't answer Giant questions like
No,
this.
All right, here we go. Final question in the category Jets. What is the New York Jets playoff record? What is the New York Jets playoff record? If you get the correct wins, I'll give you a point. So if either of my contestants get the amount of wins right, they're going to get a point. If you get both right, if you actually get the record, I'll give you 2 points. This is a tough one. I usually do a tougher
This is
question.
100% guess.
All right. Maddie's locked in. Murdog should be locked in. Murdog, what do you got?
6 and 8.
6 and 8. Maddie,
6 and 14.
6 and 14. You guys have no faith in our New
14,
York
it was in
Jets.
my head too.
Yeah, I mean, again, total
Yeah.
spitball, dude.
I was like, how many times did they make the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm like,
These
they
guys-
had to have blown it at least 14 times.
These guys are clearly Googling. Our Bills fan gets the exact right answer. DB with 12 and 75, which obviously,
That's
a
his
joke.
Madden record.
but yes, it was 12 and 13. So you guys should have had a little bit more faith
Oh,
in
Let me-
your New York Jets.
All right, my
12
losses were
record.
close.
that means we would have made the playoffs 76 times
What?
if we had 75 losses.
Yeah,
Since
So,
we
well,
won
that's
one
true.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
we would
No,
have-
that's the Dolphins record probably.
right.
They love making the playoffs and losing immediately. It's a 1-1 game. I'm sorry, I screwed up one of the questions on the Jets category. That won't happen again.
Let's go to the 70s.
All right, back to the 70s category. The first question in this category is finish this TV show theme lyric. So I need the line that comes after what I give you. Girls were girls and men were men. This is a 70s television show, folks. And the first lyric is girls were girls and men were men. What's the next line? Scott, I don't know. We've done many times. Hey, I'm gifting 10 tonight. So maybe you'll get them in there. Maybe you'll get them in there, Scott. I'm hoping you do. All right, let's go to Murdog. What do you got?
Girls were girls and men were men. I don't know the answer, so you could suck it then.
I like that, actually.
It's wrong, but clever.
I put sheep were nervous.
That's really what you put?
Yes.
Guys, do you know what show I'm doing?
Nope.
No.
Girls were girls and men were men.
Well,
Mister,
that'll
we
help.
could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. It's all in the family. All in the
So
Family.
long since I've actually watched All in the Family.
Well, Mets got close. Those were the days? Question mark. That is
All right, let's just keep going.
Fucking Google at work.
Telling you.
He wasn't even alive.
what's up, Bomber? Jets pilots. What's goody? Everything's good here, Bomber. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We're in the middle of this.
Now I can hear the fucking song too.
Right?
God.
Are we
I just remember
sticking?
Yeah, stick with the
piano.
70s. Yeah.
All right, stick with the 70s. All right, here we go, guys. This is question number 2. Before the mega blockbuster album Thriller was released, Michael Jackson released this album in 1979. Before the mega blockbuster album Thriller was released, Michael Jackson released this album in 1979, and it actually has my favorite Michael Jackson song of all time on it. I'll just say that right off the bat.
This is right, but I'll give it a shot.
Maddie's locked in. We're looking at Murdog.
That's what part of don't put answers in the fucking comments are you not getting?
That's okay. He's not right.
Well, that's good. Then I'm not right either.
Billie Jean was on Thriller.
I thought so, but it was the only thing I came up with.
So you guessed Billie Jean?
Yeah.
Murdog?
Billie Jean.
You know the irony about Billie Jean is back when Billie Jean came out, we were like, man, some girl trying to hem up Michael, man, that ain't right. And then like a few years later, we're like, we know it's not your baby. Sit down. No one's even taking this to court.
Scott Foster with a point. DB with a point. It is Off the Wall, and that's actually my favorite Michael Jackson song.
Damn.
Love that song. Now we have a few little people coming in, gifting some channel memberships. Adirondack Fly Guy comes in, gets the Jets chant. Jets, Jets, Jets. Did Scott get one? Did Scott get one? Not yet, it seems. But Miguel comes in with a gifted channel membership, so he gets another Jets chant. Jets, Jets, Jets. Thank you, Miguel. Awesome. Guys, you are kicking ass tonight. Like I said, it's the last Saturday of the month, and you guys have come through hardcore. I really appreciate that, like a lot. Like that, that's awesome. All right. Sticking to the 70s era.
Yeah,
all right.
This isn't like batting 1,000. Or
yeah, this isn't like last week where Murdoch and Abe both got 10 out of 15 questions.
As Archie Bunker would say, we're ding-batting 1,000.
Exactly. It's 1-1. 1-1 tonight. I almost had a person to go against you guys, but I think he's coming next week or the week after. Be prepared.
Yeah, finally Ocho texted you back, huh?
You will see. All right, here we go. I think you guys can get this one. I think we're going to see a 2-2 tie right here. So here we go. Guys in the chat, remember, wait till they lock in. Jets Worldwide, you can gift. I don't know who. I have gifted plenty of channel memberships through my phone. I don't understand what's happening. I've heard maybe on an iPhone you can't, but on an Android you can. DB coming in and gets the Jets chant. Jets, Jets, Jets. Thank you, DB. Guys, remember, I'm still going to give 10 when we're done with this. Not at the end of the show, but I'll give 10 probably during the intermission report, something like that. But yeah, hit that like button and subscribe, Bills Mafia members. This is why Michael Landau's not here anymore. Thanks.
I missed that.
Oh, there was a big old fight. Fight. DB and DJ were pissing Michael Landau off, and he gifted a $50 super chat and then unsubscribed and left. Yep.
Landau.
I know. Right. I'm upset. Kim, here we go. Jets, Jets, Jets. Kim coming through with a gifted channel membership. Thank you. Not only a channel member, but a channel moderator, just like DB. Love you guys. You guys are, if you're trolling, hit the like. Oh, I bet you DJ and some of these other fans have hit the like. Yes, it is through the iPhone. All right, let's get back to this. Still staying in the 70s. I think you guys got this one. The patriarchal star of Little House on the Prairie. Once again, for all of you at home, who is the patriarchal star of Little House on the Prairie? And I need the actor's name. I'll give you credit for either, but the actor's name is kind of who we need. But I'll give you credit no matter what, even if you give me the character. Both men writing in. Guys, not in the okay, you are lucky, Snowball. You can't put in things till they're locked in. Dun, dun. Here we go. Maddie, what do you got?
I had Michael Landon.
And Murdog, what do you got?
Michael Landon, Mr. Ingalls.
There you go. I knew my guys would get this one. I knew they'd have that one. All right, Maddie, we sticking with this category?
I thought we were done on this category.
No, we still got 2 more on 70s.
Oh, yeah, let's roll.
All right, here we go. This film was not only the highest grossing film of 1976, but it also won Best Picture. Once again, don't put anything in the chat until these guys hold up their boards and are locked in. This film was not only the highest grossing film of 1976, but also won Best Picture. Both men are locked in.
I don't know that this is right, but we'll see.
Well, let's go to Murdog first to find out what we got here. Murdog, what do you got?
Jaws?
75.
Maddie?
Big Chill?
Guys, I'm really upset with you both.
I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, neither was I.
Both of you have probably seen this movie several times. Wrong. Hold on.
Oh, shit, it was Rocky.
Yes, it was. It was Rocky.
I just
Not
watched this
Jaws.
this week.
Not Tootsie.
Tootsie's 81.
Casablanca.
Wow.
All right, I'm running low on time here, so we need to either power through this or I need to forfeit.
Well, we're
There's
tied, so we could tie.
There's no forfeit. I'll get your job on the other line. I'll tell them you're gonna be a little late. Here we go. Last question in this category. 70s. Back to the 70s. This team appeared in the most Super Bowls in the 1970s. Once again, folks, this team appeared in the most Super Bowls in the 1970s. Ocho, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. All right, everybody's locked in. Here we go. Murdoch, who do you got?
The antithesis of the Buffalo Bills, who lost 4, Steelers, who won 4.
That's who I got too. No? Who
Don't tell me it's the Cowboys.
And it's the Dallas Cowboys
Damn,
who
that was
won
my
5
guess.
Super Bowls. They went 2 and 3.
That was my
2
second
and
guess.
3. And
Yeah, that was
actually,
my
the
second too.
Steelers in the 1970s only won 3 Super Bowls because the 1979 season, the Super Bowl was in January of 1980. So there you go. All right. We're moving along. Let's rip through this horror category and let Maddie go.
All right.
Here we go. First question. This could decide the game. It's 2-2.
It is going to decide the game.
Well, not if you keep tying. Horror business. Here we go. What year was the original Friday the 13th released? By the way, this is not 70s anymore, so this could be any date from the 70s, 80s, 90s. Maddie's locked in. What year was the original Friday the 13th released? Maddie and Murdoch are both locked in. Here we go. Murdoch, what do you got?
82.
Maddie.
1980.
There you go, Maddie.
Mets, I swear to God, if you put one more answer in the fucking chat, you don't get to call in for a month. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
John Radcliffe got it. Matt Wilson got it. Good job. All right, here we go.
Nate,
Next
I believe
question.
it was released on a Friday the 13th.
Next question, guys. You're doing great. Hit those thumbs up button. Numbers are looking good tonight. I appreciate all of you. Still got a bunch of show left over. In the Scream franchise, this is the name of Courtney Cox's character. In the Scream franchise, This is the name of Courtney Cox's character.
Do I get a point if I can do the reporter from Scary Movie?
Sherry O'Terry?
Yeah, I know her character's name. I know that movie better than I do Scream.
Everyone is Murdoch. You locked in, or you don't know?
No.
Okay. That's for Murdoch. What do you got, Maddie?
I got Gail Hailstorm, which is the Scary Movie chick. I can't remember her fucking name from that movie.
It was Gail Weathers.
Weathers, fuck. Mets, what I'm saying is stop typing answers in the chat before the music is done. I don't know why this is such a hard thing for you to do. You do it every week, and I swear to fucking God, if you don't stop, there are going to be consequences.
Bomber gets a point. Let's see here. No, sorry, Sidney Prescott was Nev Campbell's character, but
Yeah.
Matt Wilson gets a point. John Radcliffe gets a point. Sean gets a point. Great job, guys. All right, here we go. Moving along. 3 questions left. Who plays and voices Tiffany, the bride of Chucky?
Oh.
Who plays and voices Tiffany, the bride of Chucky?
Oh,
Nobody. I'm watching that chat right now, guys. Until they're locked in and they hold up their little board, I better not see an answer in there.
Oh, I can't think of her name.
I think I got it.
Maddie has a 3-2 lead.
I can't think of her fucking name. What's her fucking name?
Oh,
She
you're
was
gonna
in
be
liar.
Was she?
Yeah.
All right,
Fuck.
Murdoch.
I can't remember it. Give it to Murdoch if he gets it. I hope he gets it.
All right, Maddie. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you got, Murdoch?
I thought she's like one of the Arquette sisters, but her name is Jennifer Tilly.
He's correct.
There you go. Murdoch ties it up. Look,
I
he gets
could
a hard
not put
question.
that shit together. Damn.
She has that like cute voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Isn't she an Arquette?
John Radcliffe gets a point. Bomber gets a point. Sean gets a point. Matt gets a point. Great job, guys. And I like John's answers. Jennifer Big Tits Tilly.
That's true.
No lies.
Yeah, she does have some good knockers. Here we go. 2 final questions. It's a 3-3 tie. Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein are part of this studio's monster lineup. We're looking for the name of the movie studio. Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein are part of this studio's monster lineup.
On it.
I don't know.
Don't shame me with that bullshit, Ocho.
Ocho, I think
Your
is
lack of presence on this show is what I'm blaming it on. Because God knows we've reached out.
Guys, you have been kicking ass tonight with super chats, gifted channel memberships. When we're done with this, I will gift 10 of my own to match the 10 that were gifted. Actually, more than that were gifted, but I'll match the 10. Here we go. Murdoch, what do you got?
MGM.
MGM. I think you're going to kick yourself when you find out the answer because it's like a name people are used to.
Universal Studios.
The Universal Monsters. There you
Never-
go. Maddie
never
takes
heard
a
that.
1-point lead with 1 question remaining. Here we go. This might be a little tough, but if you know one of the main characters of either, you'll get it. This is the name used in 1960s Psycho and 1978's Halloween for a pivotal character in both movies. Once again, this is the name used in 1960s Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, and 1978's Halloween, John Carpenter, for a pivotal character. Same name in both movies, pivotal character in both movies. And that ends out Midnight Mike Show trivia for tonight. Folks, thank you so much. We're going to see if anyone, Murdoch is locked in, and Maddie is too.
This is a great question. I can't wait to hear the answer, actually.
Murdoch, what do you got?
Michael Myers.
Maddie?
I got Lori.
The answer is Sam Loomis. I would have accepted Loomis.
Was Loomis in there?
In Psycho, Loomis was Janet Leigh's boyfriend who ended up going to the Bates Motel.
Shit,
with
you're
her
so
sister.
right. That's a great question.
And of course, also the name of Dr.
Exactly.
Loomis.
I was thinking,
from
I was like, what's
Halloween.
Loomis's first name? Like, good one. That was a really good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion of
This is the
Midnight
toilet
Mike
bowl
Trivia.
trivia this week.
And look, with a 4-3 victory, it doesn't matter. Maddie wins and is now the current champion. Let's see if he can hold that up next week. We will
That's a
find
real
out.
barn
But
burner
Tipsy
this week.
Maddie,
All right, guys, I got a boogie. Great questions this week, Mike. I cannot believe I fucking brain farted on Jennifer Tilly.
I'll tell you, it's the worst when I get to I get to Saturday and I forgot to do questions. Like I have
to do like a half an hour.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, because Saturdays are always so damn busy. So it's, I don't know, it is what it is. But guys, thank you so much for participating in the chat, especially if you did it the right way. And did it when they held their stuff up. But we did have a few Sam Loomises. Yeah, Dr. Loomis, there you go. Alex coming in. Good, it's good to see you again, Alex. Matt Wilson gets it. Good job, guys.
All right, I will see you guys later. I'm sure I'll talk to you guys later on.
So let him at it.
Good night,
All
boys.
right, Maddie, have a good one. Folks, we still have a lot of show left. We have the intermission report coming up with Mike and Maddie's top 5. Of course, it sounds like this.
Mike and Maddie's to the top 5.
But Maddie, once again, isn't here, and I feel like we're eventually going to have to change this to Mike and Murdoch's top 5. But we will see. We'll see what happens here. But yes, rest in peace, Donald Pleasance. Bomber, great question. You might need to go back, but Dr. Ocho comes in and says it doesn't matter because he's not the current champion. Yeah, Dr. Ocho is pretty much undefeated in Midnight Mike Show trivia, but people don't remember because at the start of this Jets channel, Ocho came on during the beginning of last off season and did Midnight Mike Show trivia with us every week, and he just dominated. And then he disappeared for like a year or two. And now I'm talking to him again. We'll see what happens here. And this chick just hates Murdoch. Murdoch, you suck. I know that's your lovely girlfriend.
I know.
Thank you for being in here, Bealy. We appreciate it. I'm just flipping through the chats before we get to our intermission report and we do our top 5. How about Bill's trivia? DJ, that when I do not the Jets category and it's about other teams that aren't the Jets, there may be some Bills questions in there. You never know. Here's a good one. Clancy says, how many Super Bowls did the Bills lose in a row? Anyone?
All of them.
I'm just kidding, folks. All right. Murdoch, it is about time to get to the intermission report where we do our top 5. For those of you who are new, please hit the like button, subscribe, all that great stuff. There's a lot of you guys in here right now. We're almost to 70 people watching live. So I 100% appreciate it. And that means I expect when I get off of here tonight, we have at least 60 likes, at least 60 thumbs up. If there's almost 70 of you in here, do me that favor. But anyway, what I'd like to do is explain to anybody new what the top 5 is and what we need to do in this intermission report. When we go to it, we come back and all I need you guys to do is come up with generic top 5s, the most generic. We've done top 5 football uniforms. We've done top 5 movie theater snacks. We've done top 5, I don't know, whatever. Things that not only me and Murdoch can write something quick, but also you guys in the chat can come up with your top 5 because as me and Murdoch read off ours, we'll of course read off your guys in the chat. So let's do that, Murdoch. It is time to go to the intermission report and start doing Mike and Maddie. We just hit over 70 right there. Thank you. I appreciate that on Twitter and YouTube. Over 70 people watching right now. So that's awesome. Keep the comments coming, all that stuff. It's time for the intermission report. When we're done with the intermission report, I gift 10 channel memberships and we take your calls. Here we go.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
Oh, man. Dr. Ocho actually is saying, where is it? Up top 5 Super Bowl losers. Well, Bills. We know that. Dr. Ocho says it was 3 years ago. God, time fucking flies. Ocho, I've always told Murdoch, if you look at Murdoch, Ocho, I've always told Murdoch that if Ocho never comes back, we're getting him a gold mask and he's coming in because both of you got the guns. Both of you got the guns. So we're going to put a gold mask on him and he's going to come in and he does voices. So you have a very distinct Ocho voice. And I think
half of his guns.
Well, I mean, you guys both have your guys' arms are as big as my legs, so
that might be true.
Yeah, It is what it is. I don't know what you're laughing at, but it's always fun to see you happy.
Well, because I said that DJ supports me more than my own girlfriend does.
Boy Peen comes in, says, humor me, Clancy. I've got my dick out. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. I love it. Did he see my thing? I don't know, but that was definitely a shot at the old boy Green right there. We appreciate it, Boy Peen.
That's the new character's name.
Top 5. Okay, so top 5 NFL teams to not win a Super Bowl. Thank you, DB. Top 5 harmless addictions. Interesting. I feel like every addiction that I've ever had has been harmful. Whether it was whether it was smoking cigarettes or drinking or you know what I haven't done, Murdog? Had a sip of my beverage.
Washed your balls. Oh wait.
And remember, the more of these that Midnight Mike has, that's how I got into that Boy Green rant like a week ago. So, you never know what's going to happen in hour 2. All right. Let's keep going through these. Top 5 favorite drafted players who never lived up to the hype. John, I appreciate it, but can we keep these super generic? We want everyone in the chat, including Bills fans, I have a few full on sports fans in here. Let's try to. I don't mind if it's a sports category, but let's make it easy. Top 5 assholes who get gifted a channel membership before me. Good job, Scott. I still have 10 coming. I have 10 coming. I'm going to have Murdog check in the YouTube chat, and we're going to see if we can get you one.
Well, there was a couple.
This show has grown on me. Thank you. I don't know who you are. Obviously, you're not, Dick Flashing, Dick Sending Boy Green, allegedly. But that also could have been like a play on words. You see that? You see where I'm going there, Murdog?
Flashing, yeah.
This show has grown on me.
Yeah.
I like this one. Top 5 best unis in sports, period. How about we do top 5 best uniforms in sports that aren't your team?
This show's grown on me like herpes. What?
I said, Alex suggested top 5 best uniforms in sports. And I said, how about we make it top 5 best uniforms in sports that are not your team?
Wow, there's a lot of teams.
Correct.
Are we sticking pros? We're sticking in the pro ranks or?
Yeah, pro. We'll go pro. Any of the 4 major pro sports. How about that? You want to do that? That one I feel like is easy because I can whip through a bunch in my head. And once again, this isn't a final, like these are our final, whatever. But off the top of our head.
Well, because the chat usually puts a bunch of answers that I'm like, oh shit, that's right. Great answer.
Well, that's kind of how the show, that's kind of how this topic works.
Are we locking in with that? Is that?
Yeah, let's lock in with that. I appreciate everybody else. Let me just go through some of these other ones. And if there's a few good ones, I will 100% save them for another week. Because I do have a few written down somewhere here that we haven't gotten to. Top 5 movie villains or monsters you would root for. Not bad.
Real quick, is this current or all time?
All time.
Okay.
All time. Top 5 reasons Scott Foster doesn't deserve a gifted channel membership. Nice. Midnight Mike thinks that 1 year is 1 month. I don't understand, Ocho. I have no concept of time. Clearly, if I thought you haven't been on since last off season and you haven't been on for 2 or 3 years, I haven't been doing Jet stuff for that long, and I've been doing Jet stuff with Maddie, so it had to have been like it had to have been 2 years at the most. I don't think it was 3. Hit the like button, lazy bastages. Tag is. Do me a favor. Somebody tell me, are we over 60 yet? We should be over 60. Because I'm giving people leeway here. So drink up. I am drinking up, Scott. We'll see what happens. Top 5 NBA legends. That's good, Bomber. have we done that? I don't know if we've done that.
Wait, you said, sorry, I keep cutting you off. Not your own teams?
You can't do your own team. So you can't do the Islanders, the Yankees, or the Jets. I can't do the Jets, the Devils, the Yankees, or the Knicks. Okay. Okay, let's get back up to Alex's question here. Where did you put that in? Just so I can put it on the screen. Here's our question for tonight, folks, and I'll get to your answers momentarily after me and Murdog write ours down. I haven't even started writing yet, but I'm going to start right now. So hold on one second. Okay, I got one. Yeah, there are a lot of good ones. Got two. I mean, once again, I may write more. I got four. This isn't too hard.
Well,
I got five, but I'm going to keep going. I got five, but I'm going to just keep going and then figure it out from there. I'm not even going to do any basketball. I'm going to be honest.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not even going to basketball because it's like my least favorite of the four. And I feel like there's just
I already know you're number one. So
I doubt you do.
bullshit. I know you're number one.
Bullshit.
What do I
Bullshit,
get? What do I get if I get your number one?
Nothing?
That nothing?
Yeah. What am I
Nothing
supposed
at
to
all.
give you?
I'm not asking for a reach around, but I don't know. Just like, I don't know. Acknowledge me. Chat, I'm telling you, I know his number one answer.
I have more than five. So whenever we want to get to that, that's fine. Whatever, I can go with what I got, but I'm just going to keep writing till you say you kind of have five.
Oh, I got like seven.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Now I'm just going to okay. Now I'm gonna now all I have to do is rank them, folks. All I have to do is rank them. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's make this 4. And this 5. Okay, I got my list. I got my list, folks. Here we go. I'm ready to go when you are, Murdog. And I got a few honorable mentions.
Okay. Yeah, I got honorable mentions too.
All right, let's do some honorable mentions first, Murdog. Name your honorable mentions.
Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, nice. Love those uniforms. Not on my list, but I love those uniforms.
Cowboys.
Fuck them.
I don't like the team, but the uniforms are nice.
Steelers. I'll tell you right now, when I noticed that the Dallas Cowboys, I always thought that their pants were silver. But in a lot of years, they're like a baby blue.
Yeah, but the fact that it could throw you off makes it cool.
Nothing baby blue is tough. Sorry. Keep going, Murdoch. With your honorable mention.
Like if you say the Miami Dolphins, you're gay.
Correct.
Like seriously. Okay, just so anybody.
Yeah, they ain't on my list. Believe me, those are probably the one of the worst in sports.
Well, I put four honorable mentions. I couldn't use my own teams.
Did you name all 4?
You said honorable mentions.
Yeah, honorable mentions.
Yeah, Cowboys, Steelers, Red Wings, and Buccaneers.
Oh, Bucks. Which Bucks?
Not the creamsicle ones.
See, I like those.
No, that's like half gay. It's your.
I love those. I love those uniforms.
I don't know.
They're not on my list.
The,
but
the emblem, the Buccaneer on the helmet from the old school cream skull team. That guy was either like a male prostitute or like a
a
gay
musketeer.
pirate. He was a gay pirate. That's how I looked at him, and that's why they went winless.
Okay, my honorable mentions in no particular order are the Brooklyn Dodgers, the Minnesota North Stars, and this one is not a pro team in the top 4 sports, but I that's why I didn't put them on my official list. But the 1980s USA Hockey uniforms that they won the Miracle on Ice with, and then the New York Islanders. Awesome. I really like the Islanders. Like I mean, I actually even like the Gordon's Fisherman one, but I'm talking about the standard Islanders.
Yeah, the 4-time Stanley Cup.
Exactly. Yeah. Even the ones they wear like today. I have no anything like that. I'm not a huge on changing of like where stripes appear on the uniform, but I'm talking about just the standard logo with the Long Island on it and the hockey stick through the Y. I love that.
Yeah, that would have been on my list if I could pick
your own team. Yeah. All right, let's get to our top 5, and then we'll get to your top 5, and then we'll start taking some calls and gifting channel memberships. Murdoch, who's your number 5?
The LA Dodgers.
The LA Dodgers. Wow. I said Brooklyn because I like the B better, but it's basically the same jersey.
I think the current one is crisp. I like the lettering. It's a nice color. I like the blue and the white goes well.
My number 5 is the 80s, which I think they're bringing them back this year, but it's the 1980s New York Mets uniforms that have the script New York across the chest. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the Mets.
That was like the
Darryl Strawberry days.
Spring training.
Yeah, I think they're bringing them back this year for an alternate away or jersey or something. I don't know. But I always thought those were cool, and those are the Mets uniforms I saw growing up. And like when I went to Shea or whatever, sometimes they'd be wearing them. I feel like they maybe even wore them at home because they were blue, but you wear whites in baseball. I don't know. I always like those uniforms. Murdoch, you're number 4.
See, I just thought of one too, but I don't know if I should bump one off. I'm definitely going to go LA Kings.
Nice. Now you're talking about the black and silvers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good. Those are good uniforms. There's a lot in the logo. Like I don't like logos with tons of writing in them, but you can't ever go wrong with a black and silver uniform.
Right. They're like the Raiders of hockey.
Yes. Right. My number 4 is the Seafoam 1980s Seahawks jerseys.
Ugh.
Yeah, I really like those. Really like them. Sorry, man. Just think they're cool, man.
Just make sure you
pull like the coloring. I really like the colors. It's like okay. So you know how like the Bucks and the Wild. You know how their uniforms have a lot of like the Bucks have like the purple, brown, green, and the Wild have like the maroon, green. Kind of like it looks to me like that area, like woods. The North, the Seafoam Seahawks uniforms remind me of like the Northwest. You got the green of like the greenery and the forests. You got the seafoam color of the sea. I feel like it fits the area. Like I like that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm very weird with uniforms. Like I'm very like I have very specific tastes, even if other people don't agree. But give me your number 3, Murdoch. What do you got?
All right, I'm gonna. Well, no, isn't it 4?
No, you gave me your 4. You said the Kings.
That's my number 5.
No, you gave me. I was going to you first.
Right, Dodgers.
Yes,
right,
you said Dodgers, then Kings. You're going all LA at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Raiders and push them down to an honorable mention.
Okay.
Because it's, I like them. I'm gonna go with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Nice. Old school team, been around a long time. Uniforms have not changed that much. I get it. I like that. I like the tradition that goes along with the St. Louis Cardinals. My number 3 is the 1980s Boomer Esiason Cincinnati Bengals. I just always loved the Bengals uniforms.
Before you give your number one, let me guess it before you give it. If you don't say it ahead of time, they're not your number 2 or 3.
Okay, I mean, I feel like you should. I feel like you should. I mean, I just gave you my 3, so I only have 2 left.
Okay.
So why don't you tell me my number 1 now, and I'll completely deadpan it.
If you don't say it at 2, then let me give you before you say 1. I'll say it for you.
All right, fair enough. What's your number 2, Murdog?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Nice.
Yeah, but not the old school ones. More of the more recent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't like the white uniforms. I don't like the all whites.
They're not so different, but I think the colors might be a little bit brighter now than they used to be. I like the brighter of the color of the orange and black. I like the brighter ones.
Okay. My number 2 is the Cleveland Indians Chief Wahoo uniforms. Okay. So yeah, I love Chief Wahoo. I almost wore the hat today just to be different. And then I was like, no, it's the start of baseball season. You got to put on the Yankees. Yankees put up 20 points or 20 runs. I got to go Yankees, but I'm definitely going to start during the off season throwing on a few of my random other hats.
Miguel Padilla, Miguelito says the 94 Canucks. What an atrocious jersey.
Are those the red, yellow, and blacks?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, once again, it has like writing on it. Like I like logos.
It wasn't too
like
much.
on hockey. Yeah, I like logos on hockey. Like, whatever. Okay, so we're down to our number 1s. Murdog, who do you got at number 1? Your number 1 best uniform in sports that's not one of your teams.
Kansas City Royals.
Like the baby blues?
Baby blues with the white. Yeah.
Okay, like Bo Jackson.
No, the white with the blue Royals.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like the Bo Jacksons.
The home uniform.
Okay. All right. That's a good one.
So, guys, if I get Mike's number 1 team, Mike, can you write it down and flip it? Make sure we're not cheating.
What do you mean?
I was saying, like, can you write it down so when I guess it, you can just flip it to see if I'm right?
It's already written down. I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I change my number 1?
I was going to say, if I get it right, a couple people in chat drop 5 subs. If I get it right. Travis just comes in with 10. Good shit, Travis. Thanks, brother.
We're going to get to those as soon as I promise I'm going to get to all your comments as soon as we get to our number 1s and super chats and channel memberships and all that. What do you got, Murdog?
For you, it's the Hartford Whalers.
Fuck. That would be my number 1, but I forgot completely about the Whalers.
Oh, I thought it was it for sure.
You know what? I'm giving you credit because I completely forgot the Hartford Whalers, and you're fucking right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop my number 5, the New York Mets script, down to honorable mention. So now number 5 becomes the Seafoam Seahawks. Number 4 becomes the 1980s Cincinnati Bengals. Number 3 becomes the Indians Chief Wahoo. Number 2 becomes what my number 1 was, and that is the 1990s Anaheim Mighty Ducks. And then number 1 is the Hartford Whalers. There you go. Because you're right. You're absolutely right. You corrected me on my own top 5, Murdog. That was impressive. All right, so that was our top 5, folks. I'm going to come down here before I do that, let me get over here and see what's going on here. Let's see here. We've got some John Radcliffe comes in with $2, says Maddie is the GOAT. You get the Jets chant. Jets. Maddie is the GOAT, and he will see this. Thank you, John. Much appreciated. And then he comes in and he says, Murdog, what are the numbers on the big 3 lifts? I don't know what that means.
Do we need to get lift?
Yeah, do we need to get clarification on that?
No.
I don't know. And then Travis, a big one coming in with 10 gifted channel memberships. Not only that, he's a channel member. He wants you to be a channel member too and be able to watch Tuesday night show after it's live, so you don't have to stay up super late on Tuesday night. You can wake up the next day being a channel member and watch the show at your leisure on your ride to work and all that stuff. And more just channel member content is on there and being added. So thank you, Travis. And that also means that that was a big one. And when you put in big ones like that, 10 gifted channel memberships or $10 or more, like we've seen earlier, you get the Garrett Wilson catch. Travis, seriously, thank you so much. That is awesome. I'm so glad to have you and everybody else. I mean, I'm going to just really quickly go back to this comment section. You gifting 10, John coming in with super chats, Kim gifting channel memberships, DB gifting like 6 channel memberships, Miguel gifting channel memberships. I believe he did like 6, Adirondack Fly Guy, Kim with a huge $20 donation. Johnny Boy came in, Scott came in with super chats. And Michael Landau, the guy who quit our show, we want him back. I hope you come back, Michael. But at the beginning, his parting one was a $50 super chat. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. That really does help out. But let me get back to regular live ones here so that I can go down here and see what you guys said. Let's see here.
Can you read the super chat? I mean, the gifted memberships?
I can't unless I'm physically on there.
I can see them.
Well, you could tell me who got them if yeah, let's hear them.
From Travis's last 10, Joe the Jet G.
I know. Okay.
Draft Geek.
Okay.
Should be doing mocks with me.
You should be.
Azuma 76. Boba Jet.
Oh, we know Boba.
Boba. Joe O.
Oh, Joe. He's a buddy. He's actually a friend of mine. That's awesome.
Sarah in Australia.
Oh, nice.
Ranger Fan 11. Ray Noble.
I do know Ranger Fan too.
Nesquick.
Nice.
And DZI or DZ, yeah.
Yeah.
Or DZL.
Is that 10?
Yes.
And 10
That's
more
the 10
coming.
from Travis.
10 more are coming, folks. Scott, we're working on it, man. We are working on it. Valerie comes in. Mike, you are uniform obsessed. I am. It's like one of my favorite things ever. Johnny Boy comes in. Let's see. He says the Metro Stars. That's old school. The Ducks. Hell yeah. The Pirates. Yeah, the Pirates are good, but they've had some bad ones. Like, remember the ones they had with the rings on the hat?
Oh.
Those were fucking ugly.
No, Bomber. Fuck Bomber. I forgot.
I'll get to it. The Denver Nuggets, the old Denver Nuggets old school jersey, and the Cosmos. Wow, the Cosmos. That's another old school New Jersey soccer team. Man. DJ, you're eliminated because you can't choose your own team. Buffalo Bills, St. Bonaventure. I don't know what that is.
That's a college.
Okay, we weren't doing college.
The Bonnies.
Yankees, awesome. They're one of your teams, so it once again doesn't count. The old school Orlando Magic uniform. I have a authentic Shaq one right over there. I love those uniforms. I completely agree, DJ. And the Edmonton Oilers, absolutely old school. Just that's awesome.
The Broncos were on my list in my head, and the Houston Oilers.
The old Broncos, right? Not the new ones.
Definitely the old ones.
Yeah.
The new ones aren't terrible, but I like the old ones for sure.
Mets comes in, says Buffalo Sabres 97 edition. So now I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming it's the one with the Buffalo with the 2 sabers. The number 4, the Redskins, the Red Wings, the Mariners, the Trident version. Fair. Okay, that's good. And the Expos powder blue and the retro Panthers NHL. Yeah, the Expos, man, the old school where they had the tri-colored hats. Hell yeah. John Ratcliffe comes in, says the Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah, those are cool. And the logo is awesome too. The V in the negative space of the helmet. The Chicago Bulls, the New York Yankees, the Seattle Seahawks, Pittsburgh Steelers. And that we had a lot of those. I know Murdoch had the Steelers in there somewhere. I had the Seahawks in there. The Golden Knights is a good one. Clancy says the Penguins, the Yankees, the Raiders, the Sharks. Okay, I like the Sharks. I like their logo. And the Chiefs.
Clancy, we couldn't pick the Yankees.
Yeah, we could. We were doing teams that aren't our teams to make it harder. Miguel Padilla says top 5 unis of all time. Toronto Raptors. Hell yeah. those old school Raptors jerseys. Actually, for me, those are a little too much, not on the front, but on the back where the names were like each letter was in like a triangle point. Like that the back of the uniform I didn't like, the front of the uniform I did. The Hartford Whalers, my number one. Thank you, Murdog. The new Houston Astros City Connect. I need to look that one up. The LA Kings during Wayne Gretzky days. Yep, Murdog had that one. And Detroit Lions blue-gray uniforms. Yeah, those are old school and awesome.
Yeah, Lions I like too.
Snowball from Jets Worldwide. I'm trying to get on that show. The times don't work out because they broadcast when I'm putting my kids to bed and having dinner. The 76ers, the Diamondbacks. Which Diamondbacks? That actually makes a difference. Notre Dame. I agree, but we weren't doing college, and that's if I had a college team, that would be it.
Yeah, they're on my list, but I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I couldn't pick them.
The Golden Knights, absolutely. We just talked about that one. And Bengals, yeah. Absolutely. Mets, I agree with the Buffalo Sabres uniforms. They still wear that goat head crest. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't like that one. Scott Foster comes in. Oregon Ducks, Oregon Ducks, Oregon Ducks, Oregon Ducks. We weren't doing college. You wise ass.
I had a college team as my number one, John. And because we were just sticking with the pros, I had to get rid of it.
Honorable mention, the Blazers jerseys that Wallace rocked, also Pippen rocked. Are those the ones like Clyde Drexler?
The red and black and
yeah, or silver, yeah, something like that. Red and yeah. I don't know we'll see. Seahawks got some throwback colors. Yeah, I like their throwbacks. Yep, Seafoam.
That's fucking
That's
gross.
what they're called. They're not gross. No, there he is. He's the 1994 Vancouver Canucks. Seafoam blue equals blue oyster blue. They're not as gay as the Miami Dolphins uniforms. I'll just say that. All right. We're about to give some channel memberships. I'm just trying to go down here. Yes, Alex, 100%. The 80 Miracle team, they are awesome. I haven't got one. I got to get one. I had a shirt of one when I was younger, when I was a kid. Like one of the shirts that looked like a jersey. But I still to this day want to find a way to get one of those jerseys, but it's just, I can't justify to my wife spending like $200-$300 on a fucking jersey that I'll wear like on this show. Like that's it. Just checking through here, guys. I want to see if I have any more like big lists or anything. I see you guys are kicking ass. There for us Yankee fans. Donnie comes in and says, do you think this is for Jets fans. Do you think that moving on from A-Rod was a good or bad decision? We've talked about this before on the show many times, but I will quickly repeat that I was good either way. I had reasons why I would have been okay if he stayed. I think he had great numbers. I think if he had a whole season with Devontae, that would have been good. But I also understand wanting to move on and start a new era of the New York Jets. And you can't really do that with Devontae and Aaron Rodgers. You just can't, because they're always going to make it their show. And so I get it. Like, I understand. And Murdog and Maddie have kind of been on the same, we've all kind of been on the same page.
I wonder, thinking about it now, because you just brought it up, I wonder if Aaron Rodgers didn't over-target Devontae to the point where Garrett was losing his mind, if they would have kept him and Devontae. You know what I mean? I think if he distributed the ball.
Correct. I agree. I think
they would have kept it status quo because the offense could do stuff with Garrett and Devontae. I think it's the over-targeting got both of them out of here.
The 1992 USA Michael Jordan jersey is the ultimate greatest jersey ever made. I agree. I love those jerseys, those first Dream Team uniforms. And I don't know if you guys remember, but back in 1992, McDonald's had what they called the gold medal meal. And it was based on the 1992 Dream Team. And you got a large soda with one of the players in like a plastic cup. And I collected those cups back in the day. I loved that team. Like that team was so much fun to watch.
Oh, nerd.
There you go, DB. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Have we gotten over 60? Because honestly, we've been well over 60 viewers most of the past half hour to an hour. So it's like I don't see any excuse to not have at least 60 thumbs up when I end this show tonight.
Can you put up Scott Foster's comment, please?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to get down to the bottom here. Oh, hell yeah. See, we can't go ahead too far because we have Infrared coming in with $10. Jets. And of course, we will answer your question, but since you did $10 or more, you get the cash. And Infrared wants to know if the New York Jets get 7 wins this year, I will drink 1 less beer a day. If the Jets get to 7 wins this year, I will be effing shocked. I will be out of my mind shocked. I just don't see it happening. But thank you so much, Infrared. You are the fucking man. Like, that was awesome. I appreciate that. I'm trying to move down. And who are you? Whose comment are you looking for?
Scott.
All right, I'm going to still move down, see what I got here. Yes, Bomber. I got both of them, the home and away, right there. I'll wear them one day. I've brought them on the show before, I think. John Radcliffe comes in, gets a Jets chant. You guys are blowing it the fuck up tonight. John Radcliffe comes in, says next week, top 5 college jerseys. So many to pick from. You need some time. We could definitely do that. I mean, once again, I'm not promising anything, but I should write that down. I'll write it down. You gave a super chat. Top 5 college. Are you talking football? I'm assuming we might have done this. I'll have to talk to Maddie, but I'll write it down and we'll see what we have because, well, you're going to know me and Murdoch's number 1, but thank you, John. $5 coming in. And have you done, John,
Well,
have you
done? Because that's our team. That's our team.
We could. I just did that for this week. I was just trying to make it more interesting. But John, what was I going to? I don't even remember what I was going to say. But thank you. I appreciate everything. I appreciate your support. Looking for Scott. Her top 5 said nothing about pro sports. No, I know. But when we spoke about it and decided, okay, not only we're going to do top 5 uniforms, but we're going to do top 5, not our team. And me and Murdoch agreed that the top 4, the main 4 pro sports. Hell yeah, the Clark Griswold. That's another jersey I'd like to get.
They were on the list. Blackhawks.
Yeah, no, but no, I'm not even talking. I wanted to say Griswold, like what was he, 00 or something like that? Or yeah, I would love that jersey. Anyone want to send me a USA 1980 hockey jersey or a Clark Griswold Blackhawks jersey? Feel free. I'll get you my information. Amazon sells the USA 80s hockey jersey replicas with the last names and numbers on them. Like I said, anyone want to send me one? Because otherwise, I can't tell my wife I'm spending a couple $100s on a jersey. I wouldn't even want you guys spending a couple $100s on a jersey for me. It's ridiculous. I'll get it eventually. I'll ask for it for Christmas or something. Somebody will get it for me. If the Jets get the 7 wins this year, I will drink 2 more beers a day. Nice. Is that the one you want, or is it still coming up?
No, you must be way behind.
I am. I'm pretty far behind. I'm trying to get to it. Scott, no, I'm caught up. Bomber, another good one. What was it?
No, I'll just read it. I'll go up myself and read it. I can't put it on the screen though.
Is this it? Devontae averaged 2 targets more a game than Garrett while he was in New York.
And then Clancy's kind of saying two down. Clancy's kind of saying what I'm saying was that, yeah, Devontae averaged like 2 point something more once he got to the Jets, but Garrett was flipping out because he was wide open and getting ignored because Aaron had a tunnel vision for Devontae. So when Garrett's running a nice route and he got himself open for a big gain or a touchdown, and Aaron's not even looking at him, that's why he was getting pissed off. So even though he might have got some like little slants, a little 5-yard pass here, they added up. It was like Clancy then says 2 comments later, it was more like the quality. And he was just mad that like, I'm fucking wide open for a big play and you're not even looking my way. That was like disrespectful. was just Devontae. Throw it with a 2 men covering it. Doesn't matter.
I don't know real quick and I agree with you guys. I honestly do. You could see that Aaron was forcing it in a lot of those last games to Devontae.
Too many times.
Yeah. But Bomber, top 5 boxers, not bad at all. Although if you've listened to my show long enough, you know who my number 1 is.
Well, you could have the best boxers and your favorite, like, fun to watch. Because there was some fun boxers to watch that weren't necessarily the greatest, you know?
The USA jersey is selling for $40 on Amazon. Yeah, but then what kind of quality are you getting? Because I want them. I want it stitched. You know, like I want it looking nice. You know, that's the thing. I'll look it up, Miguel. I'll look it up.
Oh,
we will see. We will see. All right, let's get out of this intermission report. I had a blast. We're running late tonight, but you know what? That's what we do on Saturday nights. So we're going to take your calls after we get out of the intermission report. And I haven't forgot. As soon as we get back from the intermission report, I am going to gift my promise 10 gifted channel memberships and hope that John Radcliffe and Scott are among those getting them, because they definitely, I am shocked that those guys do not have.
If Bailey gets one, she has to call in.
Is she still in the chat?
Probably. She's probably in the chat.
We're not supposed to talk about her, Murdoch.
I know, because if I say anything,
but then she writes in the chat.
I know, she's talking her shit. I know.
Yeah, like what mixed messages, Billy? Mixed messages.
Yeah. What you talking? What you talking?
All right, let's get out of this intermission report. We'll be right back in as Chuck Woolery would say, 2 and 2.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
By the way, Murdoch, I am extremely impressed that you got that immediately.
Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2.
Yeah, the 2 and 2.
Why are you always impressed when I exert some intelligence?
Well, because I put up other 80s and 90s trivia and you're oblivious, but then I mentioned Chuck Woolery and you're immediately like 2 and 2.
Oh, well, you went 70s, and my movie watching. I mean, I'm a movie buff, but not like you and Maddie. You guys like know the director, you know who catered the whole thing. Like, you know, I don't know that stuff. Music, I'm just not it. I know sports.
I am going to my thing right now, and hopefully the sound isn't on. And if it is, hold on, I can actually turn you guys down. And there we go. Okay. So here we go. It's time to give some channel memberships like I promised. So let's go over here. Membership gifting. Yep. Here we go. Let's gift the first 5. There we go. And now I'm actually in the thing. And Robert Morris, Clancy, Scott Foster, Jetstream, Infrared, Johnny Boy. These are all my boys coming through, getting a channel membership. Oh no, Clancy, I'm sorry. Clancy commented, but he's already a member. So it was Robert, Scott Foster, Murdoch, Infrared, and Johnny Boy. Hell fucking yeah. Midnight Mike comes through. And it's time to do it again. It's time to do it again.
It's not popping up on mine.
Wait a minute. What's going on? Travis did another 10. Did Travis just do another 10 since I did mine? Holy shit. Travis gifts 10. I will get you a catch. I will get you a Jets chant. But while I'm here, I want to say Cassandra, we know her. She got a gifted channel membership. Michael Nero, we know you. You got a gifted channel membership. Nate got one. We know him. Huge Johnson got one. Mr. Bozak got one. Ricky NY gets one. 3 siblings gets one. Eagles fan gets one. All these people I know. Wild Wave, Addison. Guys, that was awesome. Now we're getting to all the guys I know who's come in and out of the show who I know. I love it. Great thing. You know, that's weird. It says on this that I have 24 watching. On StreamYard, I got 62. But I guess there's people on Twitter and my personal Facebook also. So I guess StreamYard might take the total of everybody, and YouTube is just counting how many are currently watching on YouTube. But that's awesome. All right, I got 5 more coming. I promise 5 more. Let's do this. Gift another 5 for Midnight Mike. And now I don't know if there's anybody left. Maddie, Monique, Captain Techno, Duke of Just Do It, and Dre Day the Jets fan all get it. I know 4 of the 5 of those, and they get them, and we just nailed all of you. Not literally, but you're all. I'll give myself the Jets chant. And then Travis came in, and Travis, you get the catch. Here we go. There you go, Travis, coming in with another 10 gifted channel memberships. That is awesome. Infrared comes in, gets the Jets chant. Jets. Oh, I did that one. Then John Radcliffe came in. He gets the Jets chant because he came in with another $2, kicking ass tonight. Stanley Kubrick, The Shining versus FMJ, which is the best. What am I missing? What's FMJ?
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, because they're both Kubrick movies. Okay, fair enough. That's a tough one.
I've seen Full Metal Jacket. I still haven't seen The Shining.
The Shining is really good, but I think overall action, I'd pick Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, there's movies that I've been needing to see for years that I just put off and forget about because there's so much shit to catch up on now. You know,
Scott Foster, you get a Jets chant. And you are welcome, my kind sir.
Are you matching all the 5s?
No, I matched 10.
Oh,
that was it. Everyone's still going. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And it's the last Saturday of the month. I always ask you guys to come through, and you always do, especially tonight. And I'll tell you right now, there's almost a 90. Okay, there's 100% chance I'm going to Midnight tonight. You guys have been way too generous, and it's awesome. Like I thank you guys so much because Kim came in and gifted 5 more channel memberships. Jets. And I already X'd out, but I'm sure a bunch of you awesome people got channel memberships tonight, and that's terrific. And Miguel Padilla coming in, getting the Jets chat. Jets. For nights like this, Murdog, for nights like this, when people are kicking so much ass, I'm going to have to get a few more clips like the Garrett Wilson catch throughout Jets history of like great plays so that I have different ones to kind of go to. I think that's going to be my next goal, is to get a few more of those, fun Jets moments. Like one of them could be behind us on the screen, which is the, if you guys haven't figured it out, is the Monday Night Miracle from 2000 we're watching tonight. So, what the Murdog?
What
are you doing?
What?
You're getting yourself a Jets chant. Jets stream. Make sure, by the way, guys, go over and subscribe. If you are new, subscribe here, and then go over to the Jet stream, because as much as I can get on, I'm on with Murdog, and when I'm not there, guys like DB will call in, Infrared will call in, Bomber will call in, and shoot the shit, mock with Murdog, and Murdog's doing Yankee stuff now. So definitely go and check that out. And it's easy. It's _Jet stream. Type in that on your search. Maybe if you have to, put in Murdog with it, and you'll find it.
If you put in Murdog Jet stream, it'll pop up. I lost a sub today. I was like, what?
My subs have, because of this bullshit going on with YouTube, but they've been literally just hanging in the same area for like 2 months. It's so frustrating. Scott Foster says, drink up, Mike. I want to get crazy. Cheers to you, Scott. There we go. Oh, boy. Oh.
Miguel Padilla, I was going to do the Yankee game today, the watch party, and it didn't happen. I was doing stuff. The game started, and I was like, game already started. So I didn't do it, but I was going to. I ran out of time to get everything ready.
Real quick, Travis comes in. He's been a member for 6 months, which I believe means he got a new Jets jersey next to his name. I believe he leveled up. I don't know who at 6 months it is, but he comes in, says, go Jets. Thank you, Travis. I hope you enjoy your new Jets jersey next to your name. Pretty soon I'm going to have to actually start going above once you get to Namath. I think I'm going to put in the Super Bowl trophy and then the Super Bowl ring at the really high one. Make a couple O'Brien versus the Dolphins. Hell yeah. Let's get the Jets chant for Scott and Kenny O'Brien. Come on the show, Kenny. Where are you? Somebody get this to him. Let's get Ken O'Brien on the show. That'd be nice. All right, here's something I haven't done. I haven't dropped the link in the chat so that you guys, anyone who wants to call in, can call in, and I look forward to talking to you. So here we go. Let's pop that in the comment section. And for anybody watching, there you go. So now you can call in, and I will, obviously want to, let's talk. Let's talk about your favorite uniforms of all time that aren't your own. Remember that, folks.
See, infrared. See, infrared's probably like 11 Yinglings in. You see his message?
John, if you didn't get one in the, how many do you think were gifted tonight, Murdog? I did 10. We had people doing, there had to have been 30, 35 gifted channel memberships tonight. If that means, John, that you did not go and click that thing and say accept gifted channel memberships.
Yeah, you have to go into that and turn it on to be.
Yeah, you have to turn it on.
Yes. Thank you.
There you go. Murdog's channel is great. That's awesome. About to light up. Yeah, I can't do that till the show is over there, Bomber. As soon as the show is over, I'll be doing the same thing.
Infrared's is next.
The only thing I don't like about Brother Murdog is them goddamn pinstripes, but I still show support. When Maddie's not here, this turns into a Yankee channel too, I guess.
These pinstripes represent greatness. I know you Mutt fans don't know anything about that, but this is excellence.
Metz is backstage giving us the finger. We'll bring him in. Don't worry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it couldn't be a show. It could not be a Midnight Mike show, especially on a Saturday night, without bringing in people to talk. And obviously, what are we doing? Are we doing John Wayne or are we doing Frankenstein, Murdog?
What did we do last time? We did John Wayne last time.
Okay, so are we doing Frankenstein?
Instead of doing that, why don't we just do his rant?
You want to do his rant real quick?
One of his rants.
No, I got the one. I have one Hall of Fame rant that I played in last week's show.
One coming, and then as soon as he starts like watching,
no, we're doing
animated porn.
If you haven't seen this, folks, Mets rants, and when you get about 20 to 30 seconds into this one, it becomes. You'll see why I have it labeled as Hall of Fame Mets shirt tear.
When I did
this is the best one he's ever done so far that DB has sent me.
When I did the opening day Yankees watch along, I ended my show with the Hulk Hogan.
No, that's how I
end the show.
No, that I ended the show last with the Tuesday or whatever with this. But let's bring him into it this time. Here we go. Hold on, Murdoch. Let's do it. We'll bring him in. Here we go. Let's watch some Mets 2128. By the way, subscribe to his channel too.
Because Diaz is a victim of this manager, if one can even call this asshole that. What the hell is wrong with you, Rojas? I get the damn injury bug has plagued the team all fucking year. I get the team is low on morale, but they do not need you making it worse with these erratic decisions. Because of you, this team has not scored more than 5 runs in the last 16 games. 16! Because I'm at the end of my rope with this. With this man. Yeah!
What's up, Mets? How did Murdog leave us?
I don't know. There he is.
The screen froze. Betts was like in the middle of doing something, and the screen froze. So
Oh, sorry about
I
that.
had to I reloaded it, and but the chat's gone from me.
Oh, well, a lot of people are posting in the sound. Yeah.
Oh wait, I got the chat. Sorry.
Well, I finished a couple hours ago my game call. Wasn't all that spectacular between Atlanta and San Diego.
What was the final?
1-0 San Diego.
Oh, geez, you should have streamed that Yankee game.
So wait, so the Yankees scored more runs than the Mets on just one pitch. The first pitch of the game, the Yankees had more runs than the Mets.
No, that he didn't watch the Mets. He watched Atlanta and San Diego.
Oh, I thought the Mets lost 1-0. I was like,
they lost 2-1.
Oh, well,
so on the second pitch of
on
the Yankee
2
game,
pitches, the Yankees,
more.
on 2 pitches, the Yankees scored more than the Mets.
Makes sense.
Dude, we shouldn't be talking shit because you know that by the end of the season, I really doubt the Yankees will hang on with the Mets.
What? Yes,
I'm just saying, man, there's a lot of injuries. Our ace pitcher's out. There's a lot of problems going on, and the Yankees always let me down at some point in the season. And the Mets have a legit team. I mean, the pitching may be a little wonky.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem. We have a manager who's obsessed with gambling with his pitching rotation.
That's
what
the
kind
problem.
of numbskull moves Clay Holmes? I mean, what kind of idiot moves Clay Holmes, a man that we know collectively is better off as a bullpen arm to the rotation, let alone day one? Day one start. There's no sense behind that.
I don't know why they did that.
I still think we're going to see the Mets. And like last year, if you would have said the Mets are going to be in the NLCS, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. I wouldn't have believed you. But this year, I think the Mets will be in the NLCS.
Yeah, we need to get Mania back. We need to get Alvarez back.
Sorry, Kim.
Nobody's better than the Dodgers. So it is what it is.
First off, Infrared, no, your dead grandmother cannot score 20 on the fucking the Brewers. What is she going to do? Go up bat in the 1 through 9 spot? And yeah, I don't think that's happening. You're exaggerating. That's a little bit of an exaggeration.
Quick question, boys. How does it feel having a bunch of fish claiming squatters' rights for the next year in your spring training field?
I think that's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that a second team, like a junior team, a minor league team like the Tampa Bay Rays have to go play at Steinbrenner Field and understand that they're renting the Yankees minor league ballpark.
Yeah, well, they're trying to absorb greatness by playing in our spring training site.
Yeah.
To see if some greatness could rub off on them.
Their deal for a new stadium fell apart.
Yeah, and their old stadium also fell apart, but it just fell apart.
Yeah, Tropicana Field should have been bulldozed years ago.
True.
Well, yeah, but mainly because of all those shits up in the ceiling with that's bullshit. Like, why would you build a baseball stadium? It's the same reason why when they built AT&T Stadium with that scoreboard, and they're like, oh yeah, there might be punts that hit it, and then there'll be like and it's like, why did you even build that like that?
Right. Well, at Tropicana Field looks like they're playing in a warehouse.
I mean, wasn't the same thing with things like the Metrodome, the Kingdome?
No, I don't think because those things were high enough where things wouldn't really hit them. Tropicana Field had certain bars that had like structure supports that were a lot lower than in the Superdome.
Well, they're holding up lights and
Said
speakers.
the Metrodome.
I think the
No.
Metrodome was also much higher of a.
Yeah, it wasn't. They didn't have that problem in the Metrodome. Just, I mean, you could hit a pop fly to the outfield, like a high one, and if you hit like the first rung, it's an out. If you hit the second rung, it's a homer. Wait, what? Yeah. And I think the Yankees hit one time, and then it bounced into play, and they
then
got screwed on it.
and then a bunch of snow falls through the roof and rips through, and you're forced to play in the Mall of America.
Did that happen? They had to play at the mall. Who had to play at the Mall of America?
The Vikings did. 2010, they were supposed to play the Giants that year, and a huge pile of snow ripped through the roof.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I remember that.
Is this a football field at the Mall of America, or did they play in the parking lot?
I think there's a ball field in the Mall of America. I don't know.
I remember the first WCW Nitro was at Mall of America.
Yes, it was. And part of D2 The Mighty Ducks was filmed at the Mall of America.
As was
Lex
D3.
Luger made a surprise
As
return.
was D3, I think.
What do you guys hear real quick? We're not getting into wrestling. But what do
Yes,
you guys hear about AEW allowing Sting to go over and induct Lex Luger into the Hall of Fame?
Well, Sting has hung it up, so I don't have an issue with it.
I'm not asking if you have an issue with it. I'm saying, will Tony Khan allow Sting, who's still technically under contract with AEW, go over to WWE to induct his friend Lex Luger?
Matt, so you good, or you want me to go?
I think he'd allow it.
If he doesn't, it's like political suicide.
Yeah, I think all it would do is help AEW.
It would. It's not going to help really. It's not going to help, but it would absolutely hurt
if they did.
Sting's under contract. He's not wrestling anymore, but he's still getting paid by AEW. It's like, WWE has Legends contracts. Well, Sting is still employed by them, getting a check. He's not in the ring anymore. The Hall of Fame should supersede, that nonsense. Because Lex Luger is not really getting inducted for his WWE work. He's getting inducted for his body of work in both companies, WCW and WWE. It would be a real bad look for a company that is despised as it is. This would just be a nail in the coffin if he doesn't let him do it.
Especially when you consider how much shit Lex has gone through after the steroids took their negative effects on him.
Yeah, everything.
Real quick.
I ran into Lex at WrestleCade last November, and let's just say the years have not been kind to him.
You first off, Mets, let me clear something up. When a guy is expected to show up somewhere and sign autographs at a con, you didn't run into him. If you saw him at a fucking Piggly Wiggly, then you ran into him. Okay. You then, I ran into fucking Lex Luger. He was buying cigarettes at the Piggly Wiggly. That there's a difference. You went to a con and he was there. But Mets, were you here? Were you in here earlier when I showed everybody the New York Jets draft caps over the past 6 years?
Yeah, but I was also kind of distracted with the game call.
Okay, I'm going to show them to you, and I want on a 0 to 10, I want you to tell me how much you like these hats. And once again, keep in mind that they were the same for every team. So, that's how they do them. So these are the current ones. These are the ones for 2025. Okay? So these kind of have the skipper from Gilligan's Island feel.
2.
And then this is the alternate?
3.
Oh, so you like the white a little more?
Yeah.
Okay, these were last year's, and these ranked the highest with every. Hi, Murdog. Wait, where?
What's up?
These were the 2024s. These are the one. This is the one I always wear.
What's that?
8. 9.
What's that?
Nice. Okay, now we're going back to 2023 Mets. Here's the green.
6.
The white.
7.
Nice. Okay, you like those. All right, now Mets, we get into the ones that didn't have two different colors. It was just one draft cap from 2021 down to from 2022 to 2019. So here we go. This one's just script over lettering.
3.
Yeah, I'm not hot on these either. This is one I gave a decent score to, but I want your opinion. The only thing is there is the net back, so that I don't like. But what do you think, Matt?
1.
Wow, what don't you like so much about this one?
The netting.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't like the netting on the back of a hat. All right, and then we get to the 2020s. I kind of like this one.
6.
All right. And then the one that looks like the 2025, but is actually the 2019. Here we go again. Get on your boats, folks.
4.
All right. And there you go. If you missed it earlier in the show, folks, that's what this show is about. They ruined the draft. The draft cap this year is just a disgusting disaster. And it I don't know. It just pisses me off because I need a new Jets hat. As a matter of fact, I actually want to go over to the Jets shop because I think they released one that kind of looks like the old school one that I was talking about earlier with the paint swoosh.
All I'm saying is some of those draft caps are nice, but the ones that we've been getting lately are very hit or miss. And this year's are a definitive miss.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This year's are gross.
When I heard draft cap disaster, I was thinking cap space, financial.
All right, I put in Jets fitted on the Jets shop, and like I said last year, I'm going to share my screen. But last year, after the hats that the hat I usually wear ran out, like these ones, I loved these ones, and I wanted to get another one. I actually wanted to get the green one, but when they were all sold out, so I kept going all season, and I couldn't find one that I liked, and like that just pissed me off. So hold on, like we'll look at them together. Screen. All right, can you guys see that?
Yep.
So there's the draft caps. This white one over here I don't mind, but I don't get white hats because they end up getting dirty too easily. True. Oh, okay. I like this gray.
Doesn't it get just as dirty, if not a little more than the whites?
No, the whites get dirty way easier. I used to have these ones. There's a picture of me and I'll show it to you. I have this hat. There's a picture of me and my brother at the last preseason Jets Giants game at Giants Stadium. And I do like these hats, the ones with the 1963 logo. But actually, okay, these are 3 hats I'd immediately buy. Don't like any of these. Like this one over here to the right, that was their sideline cap this year, and I don't like the weird color. Like if it was just a solid green hat, I'd be much more inclined to buy it. But it has like a fish scale look.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I don't like, and I don't buy things that aren't the color of my team. So
gotcha.
Like what's this? What's the owl? What is that? $87? Who the fuck is buying that hat for 87? What does the owl mean? Do you guys know?
That's a good question. Who would buy that? Who?
That Jets logo at the bottom, or right there, the black one and the green one in the row above it is garbage. And I have it behind the green screen here.
Which one are you talking about?
That one on the left.
This one?
Yes. And the same logo on the row up on the right-hand side.
That one.
Yeah, that's terrible.
See, I love that one.
Why?
I like it. I don't like it when it was on our helmet. I didn't think that looked good. But I like that. I like that logo. Like up here, like I said, this whole row right here, I would buy. I'm good with all of those.
I like the one in the middle. That's it. The other two.
Well, I always prefer the swoosh or fin logo to anything. Yeah, I don't like any of these.
What's up with the hats these days with like the really high?
Those are the only ones. Those are the only ones that fit my head, Murdog.
Yeah, to me it just looks silly.
Those are the only ones I can only wear. They're not that high, Murdog. Those are the standard. Those are standard new era 5950 hats. So like the Yankee hat you're wearing is probably that hat. It just looks like that.
I like the old school. Yeah, it's the same thing with the Jet hat. It's very high. I don't like it like that.
All right, so I'm not seeing the painted one that I thought I saw somewhere, which is upsetting. But they still got a lot in stock, like these ones. with the logo from the 5 years we had with Sam and Zach. Like, I don't know why they're still selling these. No one's gonna buy an old logo.
Well, because they're going to
So-
sell them because they still have
Dumbass
inventory.
copper
Yeah,
one.
but no one's gonna buy them for $45. You got to drop that price.
And I want to ask, what's the deal with that dumbass copper one?
I don't know. Like I said, it looks like the butt of a cigarette.
What's that? Look at that one on the left right there, the black one. The
This
LGBTQ pi equals
That's for
3.14.
cancer. That's a cancer one.
Oh, that's a
Right.
okay. I retract the statement then.
Well, look at this one. Look at this one. You want butterflies on the side of your hat? There you go.
Oh,
Look at the go up one.
And like, what's a Super Bowl III one? Like, what is with these
Go up one.
colors?
Go up one.
Real quick,
one
I
row.
will. But this hat, if it was Jets colors and had the Super Bowl III logo on the side, I'd 100% buy that.
didn't the Jets wear blue in their earlier days or no?
They wore blue. They wore blue and a yellow, or like gold when they were the Titans,
Right.
but never
Yeah,
as the
Titans
Jets.
colors in there. Look at that one on the black. You can't even barely see it. It says
Yeah,
Jets.
You can't even. They should have put some sort of shadow to it.
Or at least paint, or at least make that white.
They have that. Hold on, where is it?
It's crazy.
They have a there.
Oh.
Yeah, just like this is too much for me. Like, I get there's certain people who want hats with tons of design on them, but I'm just a simple guy. I want a simple hat like this. Simple.
Even the one I'm wearing is not really all that simple. Last year's City Connect.
Yeah, the paint one's not here. That's upsetting. I was really hoping what I saw, but like I said, there's probably a good chance that if I get a hat, it's gonna be that gray one in the middle from this one. That's the only one I really, really want right now. Like that I would be okay wearing. But those draft caps are friggin' ugly.
Yep.
Okay, well, either way. Yeah, real quick, if you look, let's see here. Yeah, there you go. See it? See the logo on that hat?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I like that. That was whatever the last year we were at Giants Stadium.
Would have been like 2008.
Oh shit, we got some more shit coming in, some more super chats. Let's go. Jets chant. Jets. John Ratcliffe comes in $2. If the butt fumble was a hat, is 2025 Jets draft cap. Yep, completely agree. It's absolute trash. And once again, it's not.
You guys heading to Green Bay next month
Why?
for the draft?
No, I don't go to drafts. There's way too many people.
I'm
Way
doing
too
the
many
draft.
people.
I'm not going to.
I know I'm going to the one next year in Pittsburgh.
And then we got Clancy coming in, a channel member for 9 months. What's the jersey he's got next to his name in the YouTube chat? Somebody tell me. But he comes in, channel member for 9 months, says was waiting for score to go final. Let's fucking go, Duke. I guess Duke won, so there's some happy people. Let's go, Mike. I heard Boy Peen is looking for you. Laughing my ass off. Great shows recently, guys. Let's go, New York Jets. You know, of almost every Jets content creator out there, I think I am least worried about Boy Green coming for me. I think I'm more threatened by Connor. I'm more worried about Connor coming after me, to be truthful, because you never know. He's little and wiry. You know, he'll get on you. He'll get on you like a spider monkey.
Yeah, and he's got backup now.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a crew.
Yeah.
Boy Green's crew is dwindling. Well, Connor used to be part of it. Not anymore. Connor had to tell him, no, I don't need any more dick pics, allegedly.
Let's see, tomorrow it's Auburn against
You got to always say it, allegedly.
Houston against Tennessee. Winners get Duke and Florida whatever.
Can we move on to the boxers section? Was there a boxers section that I was unaware about or unaware of? I still got it up. I don't have it on the screen, but hold on. Let's see here. Hats, jerseys, sweatshirt and fleece, t-shirts, departments, accessories, blankets, bed and bath. A bed, would that have it? Dresses and skirts. Dresses and skirts. Maybe they're hot. Hold on, let's see here. Okay, those are kids' cheerleading uniforms. That does nothing. That one does nothing. No, that's a bad. I'm not even bringing that up. That's extremely underwhelming. All right, let's X out of that. Trying to find boxers. Hold on. No, go ahead, Murdoch, while I look for boxers.
You said I have an emoji now?
You do, folks. There is a Murdoch emoji. I got rid of the Aaron Rodgers one. There is now a Murdoch emoji. Pop that in the chat. Show Murdoch. I mean, he knows it's his logo.
Yeah. Shout out to Infrared. I believe Infrared's the one who actually made that.
Oh, yeah?
It makes a lot of the logos and stuff. Yeah. So everyone give Red a shout out for the great artwork.
It looks like, Scott, that there are only shorts, pants, and like swimsuits.
At least there aren't briefs.
I'm not seeing any boxers. Yeah, they're all no boxers. Although there is a pair of shorts. These prices are fucking outrageous. Like, this is why, this is offensive. Hold on. Are you ready for this? Hold on. Let's share the screen again. Motherfuckers. Can you see this? $52 for regular just sweatpants shorts. These ones look like boxers and can probably be worn as boxers. $52. These beachy ones, $80. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's not boxers. That's like
no, but there's who's paying $80 for a pair of shorts? That's fucking retarded.
Yeah,
$117 for a pair of Jets board shorts that the logo is tiny on the You have got to be kidding me. Like I could be bringing in fucking 6 figures a month, and I wouldn't buy that shit.
$57 for longs for jogging pants. $49 for $50 for basketball shorts.
Hey, since it's the off season and you don't really have material to rant on, Mike, you could do a rant video on this shit.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, who's paying that shit?
That's with the Giants.
$60 for a regular old pair of shorts.
It's worse for the Giants.
And where's the Jets logo in these women's pants? Now, this fake, non-existing ghost woman has a very nice posterior.
Yes.
But originally $74. It's reduced to $40.
Does she come with it?
What, the ghost?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's so offensive. I can't believe that shit. Like, that is crazy. $52 for a pair of no playoffs.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna raise ticket prices and season ticket prices too.
Yeah, good way to get people out of here and not want them to be go to the Jets games.
Hey, we got 5 wins. We're raising them up.
Yeah, like it's like that is crazy. I cannot believe that they have the nerve for a pair of shorts that anywhere else you could go and get a pair of basketball shorts for $15 to $20. And they're going to sit here and charge $80 or whatever.
$75 for ground shorts. Are you kidding me? $89 for a men's rewind pullover.
We got another Jets chant, Scott. Good job, buddy. Jets. Maybe those shorts come with a bulge. So like a pre-bulge shorts. That'd be like a push-up bra, right? For girls?
What bulge?
Yeah, like a push-up bulge. Like get the new Jet shorts with push-up bulge. Only $117. Fucking retarded.
$134 for a full zip windbreaker.
Bobby's watching Baby. Watching Baby what?
$148 for a Tommy Bahama shirt.
Well, maybe he's watching the show. If you're in chat, what's up, Bobby?
I doubt he would watch our show. Why
We
would
got
he
a
watch?
membership tonight.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest here. Is there a way? Like, I don't even like Bobby's been such a jerk off to me for no fucking reason.
No.
That I feel like is there a way to like make it so that next time he can't get one? I don't think there is, but he doesn't deserve one. You know, when you turn on someone and act like an asshole, you know, you don't deserve that shit. And I backed Bobby. I fucking put over Bobby to the moon. I was always nice to Bobby. I just busted his balls sometimes. That's it. And he fucking turned like a fucking turncoat. Fucking
you're breaking my bow.
Benedict fucking Arnold.
Bobby. You're breaking my bow.
Listen, sometimes people just need to hug things out.
But it was funny when he called in last week. That was I enjoyed that. DJ says the Jets ownership has to go. Maybe the Jets ownership own the company selling the expensive clothes. Yeah, maybe. Well, at least.
So that's it. Yankees using torpedo bats. Is that legal?
Oh, yes. Look, here comes his conspiracy theorist Mets.
No, it's not me. It's this Jim Riley Ball Cap Sports channel. He's putting by now in about 3 minutes. He's put up a video where he said, what the title is, Yankees are using torpedo bats. Is this legal?
Yes, it is. The barrel of the bat can't exceed a certain size, I believe.
But what about the shape?
Yeah, it's all they did was add wood to weaker parts of the bat, and they actually had it. They hired an MIT genius who basically said, "This is where this guy makes the most contact on the bat, so let's reinforce with more wood on that part of the bat for more solid contact." They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff here that says Yankees players using new bat style, and it says using new bat style, explaining the torpedo shape, and it is legal under MLB rules.
I actually used a similar bat in high school. It was great. The shape of it was unlike any bat I had ever swung.
Well, another thing is Murdoch, like, look at it this way. You know how the Dodgers found a fucking loophole so that they could sign guys and put them on contracts for 40 years, but only pay them, X amount per year to stay, well, the Yankees found a loophole in what you can do with bats, and every other team can do it too.
They didn't, there's no loophole to it. Nobody's ever thought of it it was just a smart move. For not everybody, but for some hitters, they shaped the bat for that specific hitter. That's what it was.
Apparently, you make Addison horny.
Oh, wow.
Quick question, Murdoch.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Quick question, Murdoch. Your thought on John Cena's claim that he's going to ruin wrestling?
No, he's not. Just a promo. Not really. He doesn't believe that. It's all scripted.
Well, when you've done as much of a giving tree character as he's done, and he's been reduced with stump, comes off as real.
Mets. It's wrestling. It's fake.
Listen, it's like okay.
Well,
this heel turn
story.
John Cena is getting the same money from the WWE, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. It's just a story.
Think of it like this.
Well, again, Cena's being invested in it.
Go ahead, Murdoch.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Mets won't interrupt you again.
Let's fucking take bets in the chat because it happens 3 times a show. Cena's heel turn is at least 10 years too late, but better late than never, because the last thing anybody wanted to see was same old John Cena coming back for one more run and win the title. No one cares. They don't want to see that guy. So the most shock and awe thing you could do, which everyone's been asking for the longest time, is turn Cena heel. just to like they did with Roman Reigns. Everybody was tired of Roman Reigns till they turned him heel. Everybody was tired of Hulk Hogan, so they made the NWO, made him a heel. It's the same thing. It's just
well, the difference is that Cena should have been turned heel a decade ago.
At least a decade ago.
Yeah.
And he got stale, and they just kept fucking beating the dead horse, and people would boo him. For whatever the reason is, this is the only way for people to be into it, is that he's a heel. Jesus, Travis.
Yeah, I'm just getting to that. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis again coming in with 10 gifted Midnight Mike Show channel memberships. Hell yeah. Jets. All right, so check it out. Because of all of your generosity, I not only am going to go to 10 to midnight tonight at least, but I'm also going to, I put up, I don't know if anyone missed this earlier in the show, but for members only, you can watch my video. It's about 20 minutes, and it's condensed down of me watching a New York Jets fan reaction to a football game. And I like to do ones from when, my childhood, 80s and 90s. And I did the Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins taking on Drew Bledsoe and the New England Patriots opening day 1994. What I'm going to do is I can't get those out to the masses. I really can't, because I tried to and immediately started getting red, like, don't do that. So I put it behind me. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one very shortly, just to make sure you guys are getting extra content there as part of the Midnight Mafia and all of that stuff. And actually, by next Saturday, I'm going to update the bottom of this screen to make sure all of you new guys who got memberships are your names are flashing at the bottom of the screen, because I really do appreciate that. And once again, I think this will be one of the last weeks where this will be the only one available for big, donations and big super chats and big gifted channel memberships. But it's the only one I have right now. So, Travis, enjoy yourself, because you just made a spectacular touchdown with those 10 Midnight Mike Show gifted channel memberships, just like Garrett Wilson did here. Again, Travis, thank you so much. It's so much appreciated. Look, I don't know, guys, if I don't know how it works.
It's random.
It's random, and all I know is you have to be subscribed. You have to be somewhat interactive on the channel, whether you're liking videos or commenting or things like that, and you have to have turned on accept gifted channel memberships. After that, why did YouTube shadow ban me and make me take a test and make me do 120 days, it turned out, of being like held back in the algorithms? I don't know. Why do they do it this way? I don't know. Talk to YouTube about it.
Damn, Travis, make sure you go and sub to my channel too, man.
That's it. You just have to receive them. That's the main thing. And Infrared coming in, getting a Jets chant. Jets. With $10. Thank you so much. Ratcliffe and DJ should get one. Fire. I absolutely agree. If I could pick who got them, I would make sure Scott and DJ and John, all of you guys, I'd make sure that you guys had them. And Scott got one tonight. So I would make sure, believe me, if I could pick, I'd go through the people who are in my chat all the time and make sure all of you guys have them. I would do my best. But it is what it is. And I don't pick them. DB, let me know, how many likes do we have? We got to have at least 60. I mean, let's be real here. Let me know in the comments, because tonight's numbers, there is no excuse. And if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Twitter, please go over to YouTube. That's how you can comment and get your comments up in the show. That's how you can hit the like button, all that stuff. I only put it out on my personal Facebook page and my Twitter account to get people here to YouTube. It is what it is.
I'm gonna hop off.
All right, Mets, have a good night.
He found that animated porn that he liked. And
yeah, Definitely.
That's what he's been doing for the last 15 minutes. And then he found one, and then he saw his eyes light up like, got it. Mike, gotta go. Thanks. See you later.
That's a good one, Travis.
Mom, where's the lotion?
Bring me up. Mom, bring me some lotion and a tube sock.
Mom, you're late with the lotion in my hot pocket.
Miguel has a great idea here. Travis should get the clip.
Yes.
That's a good clip. The Joe Namath, the number one heading out. I will try to get that as one of the things that we can use for big donations and things like that.
How do I sound, by the way? Because since I put these things in, because you guys were badgering me like a bunch of schoolgirls, it's weird trying to talk with them. I don't know if I'm talking too loud. Am I?
No, you're fine.
Okay, because I have like a, do you know what I mean? Like when you're talking with something in your ear,
you end up talking louder. Yeah.
Right. So I'm trying to be cognizant to like just use your inside voice.
Sean says it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. I just appreciate and enjoy watching the show. I assume you're talking about getting a gifted channel membership. And once again, if it was up to me, man, you guys, I would just, if they said, oh, 5 gifted channel memberships, click on the people who should get them. And I could go down. And I think that's how they should make it. I think that's how YouTube should do it. You should be able to just click on the people you want to get them, because then you're guaranteed helping out people who support your show and are in your comments.
Well, they should
33. That's bullshit. Like, that is bullshit that we only have 34. That's a crock of shit. It should not be that low. That is insane.
Fucking red.
What are you doing tonight? Here we go. Jets, infrared. If we ever meet up, I mean, honestly, if I ever meet up with any of you guys who donate like this, I'm buying you a beer. And I know that infrared likes his Yinglings, and I'll join you for a Yingling anytime. That's one of my favorite beers. But brother, MacTier 2, that's Sean. Yeah, I wish we could do this, guys, but it is what it is. Damn, I missed the show. Damn, don't worry, Chris, Mr. Buffalo Bill. This is a show that does not go behind members only. You can go back and watch it anytime you want. And it was a pretty spectacular show, if I do say so myself. I think we did good tonight. Scott comes in, gets the Jets chant. Jets. Is it too late for a gummy? I don't know. Not for me. Should I go see if there's a gummy in my kitchen, Murdog?
Well, if we've hit the threshold, we could just break out the alcohol.
Well, once again, my alcohol's all the way outside. I'd have to go through my house, head outside, go get that. But my kitchen's not too far away, and that definitely should have some gummies there.
I can go get a drink and be back in a minute and 30 seconds.
Well, how does that affect what I have and what I can do?
So no, you could go and I'll talk, and then I can go and you keep talking.
Apparently, we're up to 35 now. Like, I'll be honest, I am thrilled with the support that you guys have given, but I am a little disappointed with the numbers that I'm seeing tonight that we couldn't get to 50 or 60. Like, let's be honest here. Do it for me and Murdog. Do it for the Jets. Do it for the Yankees. Do it for the Devils. No, that'll keep people who don't like the Yankees or the Devils from doing it. Hell yeah, brother Mike. Infrared, you're awesome, man. You are awesome. Thank you so much for always being in here. Red is cutting into that Yingling money. By the way, it's YU, I believe. YU.
I wasn't going to correct Scott. Scott's got enough problems.
He's got enough problems. So let's not worry. Yeah, DJ. Look, your boy came in.
Scott said something earlier before. I've seen it, but I didn't want to interrupt. What was
no, DJ? I could show you my screen. I have 65 right now watching. So, like I said, there's some on Twitter, there's some on my personal Facebook page, and then there's people on YouTube. StreamYard shows all of your things. So, like, that's my point. Is I don't know if people are watching on X or they're watching on my Facebook page, are they really going to take the time out to then come over to YouTube and hit the like button? Probably not, because I'm thinking about me. If I'm watching something, but I watch everything on YouTube. But if I was watching something on another streaming platform and had to go to another streaming platform in order to just hit a like button, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't do that. FYI, that's how my phone spelled it. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm looking for Scott's other comment. It's way up there. I thought you were going to get to it, but probably passed it.
I probably passed it. We got about 15 minutes of show left. I'm going to, you know what I'll do? I'll pop the thing in the thing. If anyone wants to call in and talk to me and Murdog, there it is. It's available. It's easy. You just hit the link, you put in your name, and then all of a sudden you're on with me and Murdog. Like, it's really not that hard.
All right. So Infrared said that with my pinstripes, or I think he said it looked like I'm in jail. So Scott says, Murdog, how many years did you get? Well, considering that I'm a Jet fan, I think I got a life sentence.
Yeah, all Jets fans get life sentences.
Do we have a look at those drones out?
I think I used to.
I just dropped a dad joke. Come on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right on cue.
No, what definitely wasn't right on cue. I'll give you that.
That was the secondary part of the joke.
All right, let's take another sip of the old beverage. And have a little bit of my seltzer to wash it down with.
Got the gay can rocking, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? It's pretty good. Like this I call it the Bublé seltzer, but it's bubbly. But I always look at it and think of Michael Bublé.
Every time you take a sip of that, you have to say no Diddy before you take a sip.
Why?
Otherwise, it's gay.
How can me drinking a seltzer called Strawberry Sunset be gay?
Why don't you just drink a Malibu Bay Breeze and try to call yourself masculine?
Hey, watch your mouth. No, that's funny, man. The past 2 nights, I sat in Discord with you and DB for hours, and now here I am spending another 3 hours with you, Murdog.
It's a good time.
Yeah. What? That hat makes him look gay. Screw the seltzer. We're both wearing the same fucking hat. DB is a fucking Red Sox fan. What's the Red Sox record right now?
Who cares? Last place.
I'm checking.
The record? It's only
what's your fucking record right now? I don't give a shit. 1-2, very impressive.
Oh, they played 3 games. Oh, they didn't have an off day, I guess.
Okay. Those are impressive numbers there. Let's see if it's runs scored, runs allowed. The Yankees are a +13 differential on runs scored, and the Red Sox are at a -1.
That's not possible. Wait. The Yankees won 20-9.
It says runs scored for the Yankees 24, runs allowed 11.
4-2. Okay. Got it.
But that doesn't make sense. Wait, how many? They won 4-2, and then what was the score today?
20-9.
Oh, okay. Well, the fact that they gave up 9 is a problem.
They had 5 errors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a fucking problem.
Boone pissed me off again today. If you guys are Yankee fans, even if you're not, some Met fans have commented and watch it. Go watch my 5-minute video when you leave here. Tell me if you agree with Aaron, I said about Aaron Boone. I'd be interested in your comments.
Clancy comes in. He says DB has many sports fandom flaws, but he's all right. That's true. DB does not like one team similar to me, Murdog, or Maddie, and yet he's one of our most, loyal members of the Midnight Mike Show family tree, and what I would say is one of our good friends at this point. So
he doesn't even root for any of his local teams. He's all over the country.
Yeah, and that I have a problem with because I'm the kind of guy I always grew up where it's like you root for your local teams. Like that's just what you do. And then I'd always question people like in middle school and whatever, like, why are you a Cowboys fan, you fucking front runner? Like, I hate that shit. DJ says the Bills lead the overall series 71-58. The two teams have met once in the playoffs with the Bills winning. I mean, once again, like that's what you need to tell yourself to make yourself feel better. But once again, who has the ring? Who has the trophy? It all comes down to that. That's the only thing. See, I get it. And I said it earlier. Bills fans need to use things like that, because they literally don't have anything. I wouldn't give up that one Super Bowl trophy for a 71-58 record against the Bills, and we beat you once in the playoffs. Like, no thanks. I'll take the Super Bowl. Exactly, Clancy. Exactly, Miguel. And then Clancy came in with the Super Bowl III ring. One trophy is better than a donut hole. Don't really know what that means.
A 0.
Ah, okay.
This is why I'm here, folks.
What game do you have on behind you? Well, it was the Midnight Miracle, and now it is the Jets and the Bills. I don't know. It just picked a random game. I'm trying to see who's at quarterback. I can't see. Hold on.
That's a color rush game, right?
Well, it's a color rush game for Buffalo.
Yeah, the red uniforms.
It looks like it's a Darnold era game because that looks like 14. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe if I move this, I can see what year it is. Well, Fitzpatrick was 14 too, wasn't he?
14, 15.
Oh, yeah, 2016.
That's what that game is?
Yeah. So that's Fitzpatrick. So that's what game I have on. Chances are the Jets lost because that wasn't the good Fitzpatrick season.
That's actually true, Scott.
All right. Real quick, before we end this out, I want to bring up, if you guys are not aware, some of you guys watching or whatnot, every Tuesday night, we are doing our all-time New York Jets draft. And it's the Midnight Mike Show Draft 2025. We've done the first week, and it's always Tuesday nights. We start at 9:30. The first one we did was quarterbacks. Then 2 weeks ago, we did running backs. This past week, we did wide receivers, and Murdog won that one. And let's show everybody who we got. We'll do Maddie first, and then I'll do mine, and then Murdog could do his. Maddie drafted Wesley Walker, Keyshawn Johnson, Jericho Cotry, and Santana Moss. I drafted Wayne Corbett, Lavernius Coles, Garrett Wilson, and Rob Moore. And Murdog, what'd you do?
Don Maynard, Al Toon, George Sauer, and Brandon Marshall.
Murdog got almost 50% of the vote on that one, which is legit because he's got Maynard, who's our number one scoring player, who's not a field goal kicker. He's our number one receiver all time in yards. And then Al Toon is like 2 down from that. He's like number 3 or 4. I forget what it was. Was it Maynard? I think was it Maynard? Was it Maynard, Walker, Corbett, then Toon? I think that's what the top 4 are. So you got 2 in the top 4. George Sauer ain't no fucking slouch. And then Brandon Marshall. And yeah, Murdog took it there. And we do this every Tuesday night. And then as soon as we're done, we let you guys, we put up a poll and let you guys vote on who won. And right now, we have, and you get 3 points for the victory, 2 points for second, 1 point for third. And right now, Murdog leads it with 7 points. Maddie and I are tied for second with 6 points. So there it is. There you go, DJ and there you go. DJ and Chris. Touchdown, Bills. And that could have been an interception because I mean, I can't. Who was their quarterback at this time? Tyrod?
I don't think it was JP Loshman.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. There he is.
Taylor.
And there's the Bills Mafia right there. Imagine that a game between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tyrod Taylor. Like, talk about journeyman second string quarterbacks.
Well, Fitzpatrick had his best years with the Jets.
He did. And for some reason, he still doesn't. I feel like he still doesn't like the Jets.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Sean's still in here, says, I'm a Mets fan. I feel we always look good on paper and never produce. I'm a Nets, Jets, Mets, and Devils. Oh, boy. The only one there that's seen any success. Yeah, Devils seem to be my only hope. There is the Devils. I don't know how old you are, Sean, but I saw all the Devils championships. I think the first one I was 15 years old. The second one I was like 20 years old, and then I was 23 when they won their third. Never saw the Jets win. I've seen the Yankees win. You know, when they won in 96, I was 16. And then I saw all the ones after that, obviously. And then yeah. I'm a fair weather Knicks fan if you want to go basketball. But they have never won. And obviously the other Jets have never won. In my lifetime. But DJ says, okay, guys, I have to run. Have a great night. I'll be back on Tuesday. It's awesome chatting with you. And Rembrandt, the current NFL MVP, Josh Allen, and the Mafia. Yes, it was Tyrod Taylor. Go Bills. Yeah, we figured that out. But thank you, DJ. You know, the fact that you and DB teamed up and got Michael Landau out of here is kind of depressing. But either, like I said earlier, there's not a question in my mind that when he came into our show, no matter when it was, it's made very clear on every show that we're not the standard cookie cutter Jets show. You can bust balls, you can have fun, and DJ, you are just as welcome in this show as Michael is. So,
yeah, I mean, you know, I have a small channel. I get like equal support from other fan bases and Jets. Like, you know, I'm not. You know what I mean? So,
no, I get it.
I'm not going to shun another fan base for supporting anything I do.
No, absolutely not. And plus, it's like once again, I get that there's a lot of Jets content creators out there, and you'll know who they are when you see them blocking people and putting them in timeouts and all this other shit. There's people with thin skin. It is what it is, and I get it. Like, I know I've known people in my life who can't take shit and get butthurt over the littlest things. I'm not like that. Maddie's not like that. Murdoch's not like that. And our show is this is a show where you just that shit. It's about having fun. It's about fucking with each other. It's about, you know.
If Lando was listening, or he does see this, because this happened before I was brought in. What I would say is, well, first of all, we love you, man. We hope that you're not just bouncing. We don't want you to go nowhere. But
no.
But what I would say to it is, just because they root for another team, but they're, you know, it's a friendly back and forth bust balls. It's not like they're fans of ISIS or the Taliban.
Yeah.
You know, they're just fans of another football team. It's not the end of the world. It's just geographically they were raised in an area different from us. That's their team. Cool. But they don't come in. They're not disrespectful. They might troll a little bit, but it's all in good fun. They're not the real enemy. When it, you know, we just root for different teams and we have fun with it.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. And I told Michael, I don't know if you heard this earlier, but I said to him straight up, I said, you know, the one thing that you have on your side that like DJ and T Dobbs and Chris and YouTube user and Scott Black and DB and all these people who are fans of other teams, the one thing that Michael has is that all three hosts have your back. We're all Jets fans. So it is what it is. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't want Michael to go. Maddie doesn't want Michael to go. Murdoch doesn't want Michael to go. Nobody wants Michael to go.
I mean, look, when I was doing the Jet stream, like watch parties for the Jet games, I couldn't get Jet fans in there to watch the game with me, but I had a few Buffalo Bills fans come watch the game just to show support. So I can't forget things like that they're good people. They just root for a different team. So you got to
Yeah.
separate like sports fandom and real life anger towards it. You know what I mean? Now,
Well,
they were
but another thing, Murdoch, is also like look how much me, you, and Maddie bust each other's balls. You know, that's just what the show is about. It's just fucking with each other.
lighthearted and,
Yeah.
and good fun.
No, I'll be honest. Sometimes we say the meanest shit to each other, but we know we're fucking kidding.
Yeah, there's no malice behind it.
Yeah.
You know, like we bust Mets balls all the time. I'll never pass up an opportunity to bust Mets balls.
Exactly.
Half the time he doesn't even get it. It just goes over his head.
Even when he does, he calls back every week. He knows we're fucking with him. He knows he's our brother from the he's part of the family tree.
It's just having fun with it, you know.
Scott says, I have friends who are 49ers fans, and as hard as that is to swallow, I never punch them in the face. Yeah, maybe you should, just for fun, just to see what happens. Nobody in here is setting Teslas on fire. LOL.
I hope not.
I actually saw a funny meme today where they were like it showed remember the people who remember when they made all the gay sidewalks or the gay intersections with the gay colored paint
in Washington,
yeah, and then people went and did skid marks on them.
Yes.
And the left freaked out and said it was a hate crime.
Yeah.
But then lighting Teslas on fire is just a protest.
Yeah.
Okay. We
all know what it is.
I know.
I mean, we can make this political, but
no, we don't need to.
Keeping it in a very ambiguous way statement.
It's just hypocritical.
You're not doing yourself any favors. Let's just say, you know.
Clancy comes in and says Yanks break out the brooms tomorrow on the Brew Crew. I hope so. That'd be a nice start of the season.
Hopefully, I can go live for the game tomorrow. Today would have been a great fucking game to stream.
Oh hell yeah! It would have been so much fun right at the start.
Yeah, right at the start. I mean, I was late. It was already 4-0 before I was like done. That I had to put it. See, my producer, our little brother DB, was MIA, and I need his help on a lot of the technical issues to make it go smoothly. Left to myself, I'm going to mess it up, but he's kind of the one who enables that.
Miguel
and he was nowhere to be found.
Miguel says, I'm a Jets fan in cowboy country. There's always shit talking with coworkers and friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Murdoch, you streaming the Yankee game tomorrow?
I don't know. I hope so. Are you going to be around this time, producer?
Yeah, DB, that's partially on you. And we got people coming in here at the end. Please, guys, hit those like buttons. Let's get it up. Look, we could get those likes. They're free. Okay. But we have people who have been supporting this show like crazy tonight. Miguel Padilla comes in, gets the Jets chant and says, you made it to midnight. Jets, Jets, Jets. And John Radcliffe comes in and he's going to get the Jets chant. And he says, I'm from Indy. Notre Dame sucks. Yeah, we'll address that in 1 second. But first, here's your Jets chant. Jets, Jets, Jets. John, Notre Dame sucks. You suck. How about that? Me and Murdoch are both Notre Dame fans. I think those are we have actually a lot in common because we're Jets, Yankees, Notre Dame.
Yes.
Yeah. So
St. John's basketball.
I don't watch.
Okay.
Don't watch.
Yeah,
but I did feel bad for St. John's fans when they got eliminated so early in the tournament.
Yeah, we're only different in hockey and the types of boobs we like.
We both like boobs.
No, the type I said.
Correct. No, because I told you I'm good with anything from an A to like a D.
Yeah, you just covered like everything.
Yeah, I covered the spectrum. Now, once again, once you start getting into like the triple G H's and all these weird numbers, I don't even know what that looks like.
Like that lady who used to run on the baseball field and kiss the
player. Yes.
She's got black eyes.
Sean says, I have no Jets friends except on YouTube with you guys. Well, you are one of our friends. Thank you. And you're always welcome. Just being honest, I live in I don't know how to pronounce that.
Temecula.
Temecula? Temecula, California. I can't even find Jets stuff out here. Well, if you go on the website, the Jets shop, you can get a pair of standard basketball shorts for $89.99.
Beachwear.
Yeah, great. It's awesome. And then our girl Alex comes in, says, born and raised in Boston, and I have dealt with obnoxious Pats fans all my life between randos and family. You just stay loyal and look at it as friendly competition. Absolutely. Scream it from the hilltops, Alex. If you see Michael Lando, scream it in his face. Say, look, the Midnight Mike show, we're all Jets fans. Go in there and just trash on those stupid Bills fans.
Scott's right. The lady with the big boobs was Morgana, the crazy blonde hair.
Nova Terra says, I'm a Broncos fan in Eagles country. I miss making fun of them being able to win a bowl. Yeah, look, yeah, you live in Eagles country. I used to live at 15th and Fitzwater in Philadelphia for a little over a decade. That's right in Center City next to Broad Street. So I don't know if you're aware, but it's basically 15th and Broad. Or I'm sorry, Broad and Fitzwater is basically where I lived. Like I could see Broad Street, like when they'd have the Mummers parades, or when there was the Phillies parade in 2008. Me and my wife went out and I filmed everybody destroying Broad Street and destroying and lighting fires and all that. And when we got too hot or too cold or we needed to drink, we could literally go back to our house, grab what we need, and walk right back out. It was pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Did you guys see the video of the guy who was keying the Teslas? Then he started humping it before dropping his pants and rubbing his assets all over it. When he noticed, I didn't see that one, but I did see the guy who tried to throw up on a Tesla and he was caught on camera. Yeah, he tried to like stick his finger down his throat and throw up on the Tesla, but he just ended up throwing up all over himself and then taking it and like wiping it and then wiping it with his hand and then wiping it on the Tesla. It's so funny.
So stupid.
It's so funny.
It's just the way to dig yourself out of a hole is not to keep fucking digging. That hole's just going to go to the core.
All right. Okay, guys. Yeah, Chris, go Bills. Go Bills. There you go. And you know what? You can always do things like DB does, where he'll send in a super chat because he knows I'll read them. I'm like what's his face from Anchorman? When Will Ferrell, what's his character in Anchorman?
The anchor.
No, I know, but what's his character name? I forget.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. I'm like Ron Burgundy. If you put something in a super chat, I will always read it. And so DB has fucked with me a few times coming in and being like, Bo Nix. I'm not going to say it, but it's about him being offensive, all this great. And he wanted me to say it, so he knew if he put it in, I'd say it. Feel free to do that anytime. There you go, Ron Burgundy. Thank you. Nightshade, what's up, man? You came in at the end of the show. We're about to end the show, but you know what? It was an outstanding show. Please go back and watch. And, you'll have the luxury of skipping through and checking out what we did. We did Midnight Mike Show trivia earlier. That was great. We did the top 5. What was our top 5? Oh, top sports uniforms of teams that are not yours in the 4 major pro sports. And then we took some calls. Well, we talked to Mets.
Did we talk to Mets?
What does this mean? DB, is it your to get started? Is it your to get started? Scott, are you voice texting everything? I think you said you do that. We might got to fix that. But you get a Jets champ, but we gotta call this one soon. Oh, there we go. Jets. Sounds good. I will. Yeah. I'll end it soon, and you can go back and check it out. I promise. I
think I know what they're talking about.
What do you mean?
Come on, bro. Is this your first time here?
It means you didn't need to super chat. It means I suck at texting. I would have caught it, but I do appreciate that. You get a Jets chant. Jets. I got to head out. Thanks for what you guys do. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. To the chat, you are awesome. Thanks for making my Saturday night. Sean, you're welcome anytime. Thank you for being here.
Tomorrow, my channel, Sean, 135, Yankees.
Jets. Jets. DB comes in. He says 55 gifted channel memberships, only 10 matched. What the fuck, Mike? I told you at the beginning. I'll gift up to 10. Go back and watch it. I appreciate all the support. I love it. It's the finals. It's the final show of the month. Like, this is always like the let's get this fucking hype train going, you know? So it is what it is, man. I 100% appreciate it. People know I appreciate it. And usually we do this at the end of the month. DB, you're not new to this. Go fuck yourself. And there you go. Jets. We thought you cared about your viewers, Mike. I very much care about my viewers. Mike, fill that glass up. I will. I'm going to head out soon and go start drinking. Continue drinking. Jets. Thank you, Scott. $1.99 channel member. He got his channel membership tonight. And he'll be able to now watch the video I put up watching that game. Guys, no. Not tonight. I went to Midnite without even doing this. You guys usually start this shit at like 10:40, around 10:45 to 11:15 is when you guys usually do this and get me to go to Midnite. Tonight, everyone did so fucking well. I just said, I'm going to Midnite tonight. I'm now past midnight. We've done our job. We've all done our job. And I very much appreciate it. It says you can't run out on us, Mikey. Pour another drink. I will definitely go have more beverages. I appreciate it, DB. Tonight was outstanding. Tonight was 100% outstanding. And I love that you guys are using the emojis. I see people using the Jets, the Midnight Mike Show, the Murdog, the Midnight Mike Show helmet, the Super Bowl, the no Pats, no Bills, no Fins ones. That's awesome. Anyone going to throw in a Maddie? Throw in a Maddie.
On my screen, when they put an emoji in, it just says the words. Like Clancy wrote Jets, Murdog, MMS, Jets.
Yeah, no, he didn't write that. If you are on YouTube, on the YouTube chat, that will show up normal.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was everywhere. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, now here's an idea, and especially since it's the off season. Our girl Alex comes in, gets the Jets chant, of course. Jets. And she comes in and says, halfway to Halloween show next month. I think I can oblige that. I think I can work on that. My favorite holiday of all time.
That's his Christmas.
It is. It's my Halloween.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, for everybody else's Christmas, that's yours, Halloween.
No, Scott. Remember, don't start super chatting until late. No. That's not how this works. I appreciate it. And you know what I'll do? Instead of just keep running the same Jets chant, you donated $1.99 on that. John came in immediately after you and said, Buckeyes bent the dying Irish over sideways. Yeah, I wasn't excited. I wasn't happy about that. I much preferred the game before that when they played Penn State, right?
Wait, what?
What was the game before the national championship game? Was it the Penn State game?
Yes.
That game was a blast to watch. But since you did the $1.99, John did the $2, and then DB comes in, top 5 reasons you can't go till 1 a.m. Oh, I'll give them to you. Don't worry. But what I'll do is I'll combine those. It equals a large super chat, enough to get a video. So, because I mean, people listening at home has got to be tired of just constantly Jets. So let's go and listen to Murdog predicting Aaron Glenn back in October of last year.
But I also, on the other note, I do have a potential head coach that might want to come here.
Okay, who you got?
A sought after coordinator named Aaron Glenn.
That I would not be against.
He's a former Jet, a beloved Jet, a guy who wants that head coaching job that got passed up.
Bring him home.
He's one of us. Now, I wanted an offensive guy. I want an offensive dude.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
But if we're talking about people that want, if you guys are saying nobody wants to come here, I can't see Aaron Glenn not wanting to come home to the team that drafted him.
Well, hey, Murdoch, remember, he's been here and seen the misery. So does he really want to? That's literally like you like, I have this completely insane, batshit crazy ex-girlfriend. That's like me now, 20 years later, wanting to go back to her, like for some reason. And it's like, why would Aaron Glenn, who lived through the Jets' misery, now want to come back and coach the Jets' misery? That's the only caveat I see. But I would love to have Aaron Glenn. If we're going to deal with a defensive coach, then I'm okay bringing back Aaron Glenn, who is a Jet at heart. There we go.
Nobody listens to me.
There we go. Well, nobody listens to me either. So fair enough. I mean, they listen to us. They just don't take us seriously. But here, top 5 reasons you can't go until 1 a.m. 1, I have kids. They wake up at 6 a.m. 2, I want to be able to get out there, and for me, I have sleeping problems. Okay, so my problem is once I get to sleep, I'm usually fine through the night. My wife will wake up a bunch of times throughout the night. Once I get to sleep, I'm fine. But actually falling asleep, my mind races like crazy. So what I got to do is go outside, have a drink, sit there, watch some mindless bullshit on YouTube that you don't even need to think about. And it usually takes me a good hour or 2 to get to that point where I'm like, okay, like if I lay down and close my eyes, I'm going to pass out. That's reason number 2. Reason number 3, fuck you. Reason number 4, fuck you. And reason number 5, fuck you. And fuck the Broncos and fuck Bo Nix.
Really cares about his viewers.
Please, DB, I spent probably 6 hours talking to you over the past 2 nights. Isn't that enough midnight mic time for you? Like, Jesus, aren't you sick of me?
We weren't talking to you. We were talking to Rip the Icon.
Look, Mike bending the rules. There's no rules. Combining super chats and shit. Fine. You want to hear the fucking Jets chant 3 times in a row? I gave you a minute, 20 clip of a history of the Midnight Mike show. I thought that was cool. I thought that was me doing something cool, as opposed to just. Don't you agree, Murdog? Don't you agree?
I agree with something that I just thought of an idea. I'm going to do a show with DB, and we're just going to watch. We're going to do a watch party and critique all of your wrestling matches.
No, we're not going to do that.
Yes. Well, you don't have to do it. Me and DB will do it. DB has the whole library, the whole archive.
He doesn't need the library. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but he's got it queued up. We're going to have all the promos.
Queued up. Everyone can have it queued up. It's on YouTube, just like this show.
Yeah, but all right.
I have my entire library of the Midnight Mike show queued up. All I have to do is go to Midnight Mike show on YouTube. Like, it's not hard. I have all your stuff queued up. Because you just go to _Jets stream on YouTube. Boom. I got it all. Infrared. Oh, sorry. John Ratcliffe comes in. 2028, the next time the Jets make the playoffs, $2. Thank you, John. Yeah, that's probably about right. I would agree with that. 2027, there may be a chance, but 2028 should be the ultimate goal, or Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are gone.
Don't be crazy. This past year, we were like 12-5, 11-6, playoffs, and then we're shit. We're expecting to be shit next year. What? Imagine we flipped it when we're not expecting it. That'd be great.
Gummies don't help with the sleeping. No. I've been doing that shit for 30 years. No, that's wrong. 25 years, let's say. And it doesn't have any effect. There's just no effect anymore. I mean, there's a little effect.
Take a couple of gummies to get it. Pop drop.
Mike is my hero. I need to meet him in person to drink a beer again. Hell yeah. We're going to meet up at a Yard Goat game, John. I just don't know if it could be that early game, that April game. But we will definitely meet up at a Yard Goat game.
John.
Okay. I think we're done with all the super chats and stuff.
I want to know which one. I meant to ask John this before. Which facility does he work at? Because my cousin also works in one of those facilities.
Well, send Murdoch that privately, because I don't want to like dox people like where people will know where he worked, like the exact place where he works.
Well, if they went to the place that he works, they might end up in there as a resident. So, not a good idea to dox that.
He just put it in the chat. You look at the chat. I'm not going to put it on screen.
I see it. I see
Okay.
it.
I just found this great stuff. You pour it on your tongue like powdered jello. Lights out after tripping balls. I don't do the tripping balls stuff. That's not. I don't do that.
So I'll type it back.
All right. Well, we did a Murdog prediction. Let's real quickly before I let Murdog go. Let's do a Midnight Mike prediction. And this was when we were on the Jets Worldwide. Murdog's in this video, and everyone was asked, "Oh, the Malachi Corley was known as the Yak King. What is Alan Lazard known for?" And everyone had to come in and make fun of him and call him the Drop King. And I called him the Comeback King because he's going to be a great wide receiver 3, going to get over 500 yards. He's going to be a legit wide receiver 3. And this is from right before our week 1 game versus the San Francisco 49ers. Enjoy.
Oh, and your answer?
Oh.
Drop King. Okay. All right. Good. So another match. Moving on, we're going to look at the answer from Jeremy.
Well, I mean, this one was fairly obvious that he is the Drop King.
The Drop King. All right. So another point from Jeremy to Ryan. He now has taken a commanding lead. We're going to ask Midnight Mike his response.
Shame on all of you. I have been saying since the end of last season with a healthy Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard is going to be a very, very good wide receiver 3 for us this year. 500 plus yards. He's catching a touchdown tomorrow night. Shout out to Corey Feldman because Alan Lazard is the comeback king.
The comeback king. Wow. And he got a Corey Feldman plug in there. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
All right. Well,
It looks like people should listen to me and Murdog more. That's all I'm saying.
He's still the Drop King.
Oh, no, he had drops, obviously, but no one on that panel, no one I talked to, I told Ian about this, I told Green Bean about this when he was on the show. No one thought that my prediction of 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, legitimate wide receiver 3, Alan Lazard, was going to come through. And yeah, I still haven't erased it. There it is. Alan Lazard, I kept this all season, 530 yards, 6 touchdowns, and that's only in 12 games.
You guys noticed that he laminated that to like preserve it forever?
Not laminated, it's a whiteboard.
It's laminated. Don't believe him. He wants to be buried with that. Remember in 2024, I predicted Alan Lazard before he got hurt.
There you go.
I can't believe there was a GM Joe Douglas sighting on the Midnight Mike show.
I heard he's going to be back in dream sequences.
That's a possibility. I think about JD all the time. My favorite GM.
I mean, like you could,
unhealthy way.
No, yeah, I could sit here and just be like, I wonder what Joe Douglas would say.
Like,
Mike, I have plenty of time banked. I can take any day off and meet you at a game. All right. So the first Yard Goats game that because a lot of the times I go with a big group of my family. But if I'm just going like with my wife and my kids, like a smaller group, I'll send you the date, get a ticket, and we will hang out. Absolutely. Scott Foster, you're getting the Jets chant. Oh, we're not doing Jets chants anymore. We could still do Jets chants. It's not fair. Jets.
Predict how many more. You making fun of me. That's always a good one.
What?
We could always use the drops of you making fun of me. That's always a good one.
I don't have that drop.
Oh, you don't?
No. If DB, I don't know how he would send it to me. I don't think we could get it up in time. If he sent it to my midnightmikeshow@gmail.com, I might be able to get it on uploaded.
You know it verbatim anyway.
But I can't do it because I have a hoodie on and I can't get my sleeves up.
No, you could fake it. And I never roll my sleeves like up, like cut off shirt stuff.
No, I know, but you always got the guns out.
They're there. What am I gonna not like? They're here. What I could do? I'm not wearing a hoodie. Sweat my nutsack off.
Predict how many more super chats you get tonight. I'm going to predict. Are there any more right now? Hold on. No more, guys. No more. It's about to be 12:30. We'll end it there. But I appreciate all that. No, Smurdog, stop that.
Stop what?
People have been generous enough tonight. 100% generous enough. But thank you, Scott, channel member. I got you that channel membership. You're welcome. John Ratcliffe predicts that the Jets are going to open against Cincinnati.
I hope, John, that they give us the hardest opponent to where maybe they're not firing on all cylinders right away, and we can take advantage of that and have a better shot.
Yeah, I see people making fun of Alan Lazard's drops. I get he dropped it, but Scott came in perfectly and said the Jets dropped a ton of passes. Yeah, it wasn't just him. Everybody was dropping fucking passes, and Brees was fumbling. Like, it was a mess this year. Like, an absolute mess. Like, Rodgers' stats would be 100 times better if, like, half of the drop passes from all of the receivers and running backs were caught. Like, his stats would have been unbelievable. And we would have won more games. With half the amount of dropped passes and a legitimate field goal kicker, the Jets would have probably been at least been in playoff contention. Brees needs to ride the bench so Allen can shine. No, not this year. This year, I think both of them are going to do great. I think Brees and Braylon are going to do great this year. You know, this is going to be a run team. Those two running around with Justin Fields running around. Like Murdoch has said many times, those like 4 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards, 1 yards. We're going to get a lot more of them this year.
100%.
We will see.
But it's just going to be a completely different offense than all the fans are used to seeing from the Jets.
Yeah.
And what they have to do, even, whatever Tana Ekstrand wants to, put and incorporate, just look at the Patriots and with their success. They built or they ran their team around Tom Brady's strengths. If they tried to force feed, like an offensive coordinator tried to force feed his ideas onto Tom Brady and it didn't match up, they wouldn't be winning those Super Bowls. So with Justin Fields as the quarterback, they have to work to Justin Fields' strengths for the most success.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just going to be another shit show, like right off the jump.
Real quick, John Ratcliffe says Brees is washed. In fact, he's a never was. I don't agree with that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. He's not what I thought he was 2 years ago, but he's not bad and he can improve. So that's what I'm saying.
I trashed Brees Hall at the beginning of the season because of what I saw in the games. And then I watched it back and it wasn't his fault. And I was like, holy shit, it opened my eyes. My initial thought was one thing. Upon further review, I saw that he was tentative because nobody was opening holes for him. He's getting hit in the backfield all the time. You get happy feet. He wasn't hitting the hole hard. No, did he?
Unlike me and Murdoch, we always hit the hole hard.
I drill
him. DB Broncos by 30. Yeah, that ain't happening. I think the Broncos will win. I'm not betting on the Jets in that game.
I don't even think so.
No, but what I'm saying is if they won, I wouldn't be surprised because it's the Jets, but it's not going to be by 30.
DB is really overhyping his team. They're not that good. They're not bad, but they're not that good.
And this is kind of true. Scott comes in and he says, if the Jets aren't going to extend Brees, they should trade him. Don't get nothing for him. It's like it happened with other players in the last couple of years. I do kind of agree with that. I do because if we don't see Brees as a long-term solution, you gotta get rid of him and trade him while he has somewhat of a value. All right. It is 12:30, folks. here on the East Coast on the Long Island Sound. It's time to call it a night. Murdog, thank you so much for joining me. You are a loyal co-host, and everyone needs to go over to _Jet stream with Murdog and, give him a subscribe here if you're new, hit the like button, all that great stuff before you head out. And I know pretty much everyone in here has, at this point, has hit the like button. So it is what it
Links
is.
in the chat. Definitely, if you guys don't mind, go check out my 5-minute video on Aaron Boone. I couldn't believe it was such a I thought it was good, but the views on it was like, wait, what? We have to more Yankee fans than this. Got a Met fans commenting on it, but yeah, definitely check that out. Hook a brother up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'll most likely be streaming the Yankee game tomorrow at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you ain't got shit to do, come hang out with your homie, and let's watch the baseball game together. Is Murdoch doing all-night drafts tonight? I haven't done a draft in 2 weeks.
No, tonight he's only doing about eight mocks, and if anyone wants to come in, you're more than welcome to get in on that. And call in. I'll make it your draft. I'll make it your draft.
I would, but nobody calls in, so it's like there's only so many times I could do a draft, and I'm reading the chat, and I'm like waiting. And when I have it full screen, I can't see the chat, and someone's like, "Hey, pick this guy." It would be so much better if someone just called in so we could do it in real time.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, Midnight Mike is too cool to call into my mock.
Dude,
so
I wouldn't know. I would be drafting people based on like I said, the college that I liked, or like the college logo that I liked.
Talk about thin skin, damn.
I just don't think I'd be an asset to the show. I came in on your Yankee stream while at work.
Then we won.
Yeah, we did. We won today, and hopefully the sweep comes in the next game versus the Brew Crew, as we were talking about earlier. But okay, Murdog, have a good night, and I will see you on Tuesday night for another draft. We're drafting O lineman.
Yeah, I'm already done with it. Chat, awesome night. You guys were very generous, on fire, awesome. Thank you. If you're not, DB can put the link in the Discord. If you guys are already involved with that, hop in, talk to the boys. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow or Tuesday.
All right. Talk to you then, Murdog.
Peace.
All right, folks, this is the Midnight Mike Show, of course, coming to you from, like I said, the Long Island Sound, and I am your late night New York Jets host. You guys blew me away tonight. You guys come, the Jets chant for all of you who have come in. And as a matter of fact, before I get out of here, I just want to throw out some names here because you guys were so generous tonight. Scott Foster, John Radcliffe, DB, Alex. Let's keep going through here. Hold on one second. Miguel Padilla, Infrared, Travis. You guys all kicking ass tonight. Clancy came in with some support. Not a member for 9 months. Travis, a member for 6 months. The Jetstream, Murdog, Kim. Let's keep going here. More Travis, more John, more Scott, and more Infrared. Like, unbelievable job tonight. More Kim, more DB, more Miguel, Adirondack Fly Guy. Kim again with a $20 super chat. Excuse me. Unbelievable. Miguel DB and Michael Landau. I guess we're not going to be seeing him anymore. Excuse me. Not going to be seeing him anymore. But Michael, you are always welcome back. Please, please, please. Come back to the show and don't take it personally with people in the chat. It's kind of like what we do here. Like I just shit on Murdog. DB has been so generous tonight, and I told him to go fuck himself 3 times. It's what we do here. Like, we have fun with each other. So once again, I really do appreciate all of you guys being in here, and thank you so much for being a part of the show. It is now time for me to get out of here. It is 12:30 here on the East Coast. I am your late night New York Jets host, Midnight Mike, and I can't wait to see you Tuesday night, 9:30, when we draft all-time Jets offensive linemen. Can't wait to see you next time. Jump in that Discord, folks. Jump in that Discord. Me, Murdoch, Maddie, Mets, bunch of people are in there. Join us.
SportsCenter breaking news.
The New York Jets are hiring their former player, Aaron Glenn, as their next head coach.
Turn the music on! Aaron Glenn.
12th pick in this first round select Aaron Glenn, defensive back, Texas A&M.
Every time you put your feet on the ground that morning, you felt like you was winning that game. At some point, man, we got to draw a line in the sand. Say enough is enough. Compete, man, compete! Compete!
And Aaron Glenn has a little attitude about him that I think is made for being in New York. He has an attitude that I think he's going to be honest with you. He's going to hold you accountable every single second.
Winning. Time to get that feeling back. Y'all dig what I'm saying?